Hello everyone and welcome to our wrong game. I'll move over to the right game. That's the right game. 40th session of Pathfinder. Apparently there, for a moment there, I thought I was playing D&D. Tonight we are continuing on from where we were last session in the Catacombs of Wrath on the Sandpoint. And you are currently tracking down what had been killing all the people, though you think you may have found some of the culprits. So, at the table today we have Mark.
Good evening. I'm playing Lord Pinnacle. Stout, aka Mr. Winkle to close friends. Rogue Halfling is also a part-time detective, but he's given up that profession now to become a Pathfinder. So,
Former chef.
former chef, former innocent man, now is a man with lots of problems. So,
And children on the way.
and children too.
Sex fiend.
Well, I'm sure he'd love to have that ring of sterilization.
We'll be able to bring it to him. If it decides to be wrong by the DM, it might be purchasing. I mean, promotion.
Next, I could help him with that. Just use the app.
Yeah, the way next to was thinking about doing it might not be what the people would agree to or something. But I can see where Nix is coming from. She has plenty of reasons to say what she has to say.
That's okay. So, that brings us to online today. We have Annie.
I'm playing Nexa, a half-orc barbarian whose parents' marital bed was desecrated by perverted stylings of Mr. Pimwinkle.
Pinkwinkle jeans.
No. And also read books with tarot cards.
Not only the marital bed, but also the place she was brutally murdered by Pimwinkle's family.
Yeah. All different bodily fluids in that room.
Also, I know it's 2021 and we're very progressive people, but can we finally make a decision? Is Nexa male or female? Or something else?
Next male. Annie's female. Male.
There's been so much ambiguity there. I'm glad we figured it out.
Well, it was
it just
actually
takes a potion to change it.
Okay, it was actually complicated by the fact that Nexa did start as female.
Yeah, Nexa was female, and then I took over the character and I gave him a.
All right. Cool. Okay. Yep. Cool.
So, and you can change that any time with a simple potion.
When it...
Or when you talk about a half-orc, who's going to check?
Is that potion soluble? So, can I dilute it?
Can you taste it in whiskey?
Yes. Can I sneak it in and just really mess up people's day?
You can.
What if Kregeser turn you into a goat or something?
Well,
what if Bella turned Kangasero into a pile of smoldering ashes?
I was going to say, by the sound of it, that potion's a lot more easy to get hold of than a certain ring. And it would have the same effect.
The thing is, it doesn't work if you're pregnant. So that's the one way you can tell if someone's pregnant. The potion of sex change doesn't work on them.
By the way, even if I did change sex, I don't think it would.
No, they just make sure he can then produce children the other way.
What's the
But at least it'll be slower.
Not necessarily, because they'll still be half demon.
What's the other way to produce children? I'm unaware of it.
So I do apologize for interrupting the introduction. That's one hell of an introduction to make.
That's okay. And then we're up to David.
Oh, hello. I am Chaos Incarnate. I'm David. I play Balath Silvertongue, son of a noble, great magic user, all round nice guy.
I know, and that's your father. So what about you?
Asshole.
Tim was choked on his tea then, okay?
Yeah, sorry, no, I play Balath, a human healy sorcerer, potentially sometimes for money, who just spends every single moment possible trying to make Penwinkle's day just that little bit harder.
And he's currently on his way collecting a collection of tokens for his crow to get a wish.
Balath, of course, has absolutely no idea what you're talking about, and definitely wouldn't pursue that sort of objective, especially at the cost of so many children's dies.
Well, if you've managed to misplace some, then you might have to scratch those ones off and count again.
Yeah, no idea what you're talking about. This is a very foreign concept to Balath, and Balath has no idea.
Just don't look in this pocket.
So
yeah, roll a perception check.
Idea.
That's nice, man.
Do you really want to start me on puns?
No, we shouldn't start joking after a certain other character we met.
And also online we have Jeremy.
Yes, good evening. I'm playing Cordar, the would-be and dreams of being a hero worthy of the Pathfinder Society, and obviously fits perfectly into this party.
Would be if he could be.
What about Bella?
A half-elven, half-human fighter that dreams of one day doing good.
One day.
Not around us, you won't.
Next one up we have is Victor.
Hello. Hey guys, I'm Victor from Brazil. I am playing Cangaceiro, very nice and popular druid on this group. Everybody loves him. And he's being here because Belaf is his moral compass.
What? Cool. Yep, that's it. Yeah. I would lead you to righteousness.
Yeah.
I'm sure Balath sees things that way as well.
Balath's a little bit too self-aware to see it that way, but he's aware that Cangaceiro sees it that way.
Okay. So just gonna add in one of my audio captures that I forgot to add in here earlier.
Audio
That
what?
would be why it
Captions?
wasn't actually picking up Mark as well earlier.
Do you guys
Oh,
remember
okay.
that session where Balath was actually the moral compass?
I remember. I just want to bring it back.
It is always funny
Wow.
when that happens.
Well then, let us start to talk about gnomish slavery. I mean, what?
You've no knowledge of slavery. Not anyone knows that it's slavery.
Okay, so it now helps that I've managed to put Mark into the recording now. So
Oh, sorry.
up until now, it had actually picked him up as clearly.
That's okay.
The other people on Skype could hear him. The recording was not. That happens when I make changes and I had to replace one of my microphones because it broke. Well,
Which
two are
one? The
broken
big
so
one? The bad good one?
No, it was the little conference mic I had.
Okay.
It
Yep,
was
yep.
causing feedback.
Oh damn! Because that one, like when it was working well, that was really good.
So what I've got is I've got two of the blue mics now. One of them set for area and one set for direction. So the direction
Yeah,
one's
nice.
pointed at me, so it picks me up a lot clearer. and the other ones put on the table, so it will pick up players a lot better.
Fantastic. I know the table, from what we're receiving, the table mic from Mark seems to be really good.
Yep, because that is one of those ones I got show a close up of. So, I'm not sure if you can.
Yep.
See
I'm not going to look at that right now.
for the other people anyway. You remember the roundish ones I had that were standing up?
I almost throw up with the shaking.
Hey, it's that advanced thing of using hands to move everything around.
I know.
Hands. Wow.
Yeah, so I have to actually go back to manual.
Well, I guess that's really handy.
You started this, Mark. You did start this, man.
Actually, he's the one who started it with the eye to detail.
No,
But you just brought it
made
up.
the pun.
Brought
You made the pun.
I can't help it. It was funny.
And if you, Dave would have started anyway, Jonathan, during the night, but it's just that you encouraged him before.
I will keep poking him for that. Okay, so
Anyway,
you were currently exploring, trying to find out what had been killing and draining people of blood.
Well, not to mention the fact that apparently
It wasn't
trying
me.
to
Okay,
explore why a sudden why my parents' home or my family home suddenly had a connection to unknown dungeons.
Also, Kangasero was never here, so nothing related to draining blood and something like that. All right.
it was definitely while we were sleeping. Kangasero every night has been creating this place.
Well, you're here now. I'm sure fingers can be pointed.
I'm not going to say the joke that came into my mind.
Which one was that one?
Never mind.
Okay, so you are currently underneath Sandpoint. You are looking in on a few interesting relics. This place looks like it existed long before Sandpoint did, and you've not been able to identify the creatures you've fought here so far.
Well, the other ones didn't identify. Kangasero surely identified as vampire spawn. Okay.
There's no such thing as three-armed vampires, but it's just that was a goblin. I'm pretty sure about that.
3-armed can still be a vampire.
Well,
I was going to say, vampirism affects goblins too.
I know, true.
Well,
It's an equal opportunist.
Hey, I'm just saying.
well, what Kanga would say, something that can strike Kangasero down must be a vampire related because he hit it as strong as a vampire. All right.
Sure.
Hey, you're
Because
the one
he-
summoning vampiric fucking leashes.
I was wondering about that myself personally, but that's
Evil spirits, but okay.
Vampiric leashes.
I need to correct you guys all the time. What the fuck?
Well, you've got a specialist in the arcane Balath. I'm sure he can tell you if it is evil or not.
More of a divine sort of guy.
So yes, someone who's very good at specializing between good and evil.
Oh, look, what I can tell you is that I know what is and isn't undead. I have a fantastic test.
And also good with celestial and fiendish.
Exactly. I have seen creatures that are not of this realm. I have seen creatures that are of this realm. I have seen evil and good. And I like the evil. I know what those. I know what should be here and shouldn't be here. And I know that your leashes should not be here.
I know, but I surely remember that I didn't bring up creatures like this before. I don't know.
Yes, but they are more corrupted than that goblin was.
Yes, but it only started right now, for a couple of days. I didn't remember bringing such of evil and chaotic creatures before.
You don't have a scar on your neck, do you?
I do.
He's got
And
two.
Kangasero just touched his neck.
And how long ago did you get that scar, Kangasero?
I don't know. You guys never told me, and I don't remember.
Cool. It sounds like it was a few days ago to me.
Well, we received one of them under the city of Karmagar.
There you
Yeah,
go,
that
few
was
days
a long
ago.
time.
Yeah. No, that was like a few days ago. What are you talking about?
I don't know. I just when I try to summon things, I am feeling different.
Yeah, so just don't do any summoning.
Well, I don't have any
Uh,
summoning available right now. I feel like spent.
Just poke
Uh,
it. It's okay.
Phrasing. What's that spell that I have where I attack the undead?
Just drop it.
Disrupt undead.
Yeah, I'm gonna cast that on Kangasero.
Wait, man, that hurts, man. That hurts leaving too. Don't do
If
that.
it
Jim
hurts,
rolled
we've
for
got
you and you
problems.
missed.
You missed there.
Sorry. Oh, I'll just cast it again. I don't care.
Wait,
Can't-
god damn it.
Cantrip.
Jim rolled for you and you missed.
Just keep
Man,
rolling.
Stop.
Call this. Call this Limp Bizkit.
Bella,
This
please
don't-
stop, please.
This don't.
Oh,
Fuck.
Bella.
God dang it.
You go 20 on the
This
dice,
doesn't-
Bella.
This doesn't hurt just undead, man. This hurts anybody too.
Okay, so Kangasero actually gets hit with searing pain.
Oh shit!
And all these runes light up.
Oh, hey, by the way, I just drove past a wombat. It was sleeping. Did you
Did
just
you
say to
roll
all his
no
Taking
runes
a long
light up?
sleep.
Yeah, it's having a bit of a nap. Leave it alone.
It'll move onto the road later to make people bounce out of the way.
I don't think it's moving anywhere.
It's a long sleep.
So his runes lit up as well.
Yep.
I don't know how many hit points I had because I remember that last session I was down.
Look, in all things sciencey, one of the things that I know, being a man of science, is that we need to confirm results. I cast Disrupt Undead on him again.
Man, this Disrupt Undead hurt leaving and
No, it doesn't.
makes
Not
some
normally.
dead cleansing. Is that it?
No. The target of Disrupt Undead is one undead creature.
You sure know a hell of a lot about divine spells for a loser who hits things.
Let me check.
Learn it from his auntie.
Okay, disrupt.
She sounds like a
undead.
nerd too.
You got 17 on the dice this time, by the way, David.
Yep.
Is you sure is one undead creature?
So,
Yeah.
Kangasero has to also make a fortitude save.
Shit, you're actually undead. You're fucked.
Oh, I don't have my dice here. Can you give me a moment?
That's all good. I'm just gonna roll the damage for David.
Oh man, don't do this. Come on, David.
Last week?
Bella does not react in any way, and if you looked at him, you would think that the spell passed right through him.
So,
You are trying to hurt me.
No,
This background dice is very.
I'm using the only means I know to detect an undead creature, and that's to beat
You
the
can
shit
try.
out.
You can try to learn detect on that. God dang it.
okay,
I
so
could, or I
that's-
could use this spell, which is much more useful.
Kangasero is down at 16 of 41 hit points.
I was
Oh.
almost full. What the hell?
Well, you
Okay.
got beaten up by the three-armed goblin
Remember? Yeah.
Yep.
because you jumped in.
Yeah, we had to. We only got, I think, one healing on that.
I was in character.
Because in fact, yes, you got killed by the three-armed goblin. You had Cordar had to stand over the top of you to stop further attacks upon you.
I got 22. Is that a fortitude save?
That is a fortitude save, yes.
I got 22 because I rolled a 12. I'm expert.
That DC 18 for me.
So that's,
It's a success.
Okay. Bellath, yes, he's strange. We already knew this. Let's just move on and sort out after we exit here, okay?
Yeah, okay.
I don't want to. Do you want to carry the body back? I don't want to carry the body back. I said.
No, I'm cool. I don't care if he's undead. It doesn't bother me at all.
I said.
Where's the body?
Yeah, I'm talking about your
No.
body.
Carry the book.
I said.
Why, Kangasero, were you hungry?
I sighed. eye and look in the direction where we have to go. And I feel the first time Pinwinkle seems the same person for a while. So.
Okay, looking back at the map of where people are, you are still currently in roughly where that box is.
So, had we explored those 2 rooms that we were nearby?
You had explored those 2 rooms. Specifically, the room to the south had the floating effect in there where everything was spiraling around, if you remember that.
Yep.
And
there was a few objects and bits and pieces that we managed to fish out, wasn't it?
you grabbed a couple of items from that. The one to the left of it was a stairwell going down that was covered in rubble.
Oh, okay, yeah. So currently not accessible.
Currently not accessible. It'll probably take quite a few months to dig that out.
Oh, okay. Well, I was thinking of like, well, not accessible enough that we certainly go somewhere else initially and come back to it, but okay. Apparently we come back to it quite some time later.
Yeah, be it the sort of thing you employ someone else to dig out for you.
Squirt's not here, by the way. He's left all the way back in.
Yeah, Squirt was left in Magnamar. The other team have had warning of what's happened to Squirt, because currently Squirt has been screaming non-stop since you left the town.
Because Mark's away from Squirt right now. I didn't realise Squirt didn't come, thank you guys. Appreciate that.
You idiots
we appreciate it too.
Squirt in Magnamar.
Yeah, so Squirt's left there, and the further I'm away from Squirt, the more pain that Squirt has.
Oh, that's so good.
I feel really guilty. I just want to get through this quickly and get back there.
And again, that is also so good.
I know. I'm sure, as from Bella's point of view, 100% happy about it.
So yeah, from Bella's point of view, what he's hearing is that Squirt is in great physical pain and Pinwinkle's in great mental pain.
Yep. So Baloth is in probably the best space he's been in for over a year.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say, where's the problem? Where is the problem? Because what I'm hearing is the guy who's a slave is in pain because he's separated from his master, and his shitty master, who is the shittiest slave owner to ever exist, is in pain because he left his slave behind.
Well, the shitty slave master wasn't here the week when he didn't realise he brought him with him, and found out last week that he didn't. So he would have brought him with him. So this is what
That sounds like a shitty slave master problem.
I blame the party.
Well, from Cordar's perspective, he's perfectly happy not to have the silly mite around.
That's okay. I do feel sorry for him. I do regret this one.
I'm just gonna have to move that to another thing because
Anyway, so let's go
that's
vampire.
I'm getting pings on my.
Oh yeah, let's go vampires. Oh no, not today. I'm spent.
Okay, give me a sec as I mute the group conversation for this group. Okay.
That reminds me, I think I've still got Victor on mute for that conversation. Oops. Just realised that now. Sorry, Victor.
You're a monster, Mark.
Well, it was at 3 o'clock in the morning when that popped it.
Well, he did comment to me today about how he hadn't heard anything from Victor for over a week.
Yeah, I did realise that today.
God dang it.
And so, I think you personally can send me one and say, okay, I think it's just a group chat I get stuff done. So.
Okay, so yes, you are roughly where that is, and to the south is the room with the floating bits spiraling around the room.
But there's not much left in there now.
There's still quite a lot of bits floating around. There is rubble, and let's see if I describe the rest of it.
Yeah, so not much that we're likely to find of interest.
Nothing you find of interest, but the wall is still rippling with strange reddish metal and silent black electricity that seems to be going around the room.
Oh, this must be a vampire laboratory or something.
So you do notice that Kangasero's runes are glowing with a red highlight on a showing up the runes with a deep black, unlike before.
I show the other guys like my glowing new tattoos and say, I don't like these guys. I am feeling a bit strange today. I never see that before, and I just like extend my arm and show them.
Okay.
Balath does not respond at all.
Kordar's looking at the fact that so he appeared to be at a dead end at this stage, and he's
In multiple
looking at the
ways, yeah.
pathway back to the back past the three-armed goblin room, and presumably back along until he can get back
That's the
to.
three-armed goblin room.
Yep.
That is the room with all the sex toys. Sorry, torture room. That's the room with.
Balath's interest intensifies.
It's
You were.
Balath did take a couple of choice items.
yeah.
Souvenirs.
Better.
Balath
Better-
and you did.
I did too, don't I?
And
Better to-
apparently Pinwinkle had some for home.
I brought some back for my wives.
And
Yeah.
the next one was the room full of bodies that had been stripped to the bone in cells all around the room.
Yep, I didn't want that one.
And we also had a couple monsters in there, didn't we?
You did have a couple of monsters in there, so
Yep.
that is a sort of a blow up of it.
The sort of
X's-
monsters that we couldn't identify.
The X's
Although
are
that
stairs,
Kangasero assures us were vampire spawn.
yeah, the X's are stairs. There is a raised platform, which is a darker area, and the cells are all below it.
Mm-hmm.
Just
Do
so
you guys
know.
remember when the weirdest shit we ever saw was jeweled dildos?
Yeah, no.
Yeah, we're third level now, not just minor first level characters.
We see multiple dildos now.
Yeah, there were no jeweled ones.
Yeah?
Here.
There's a crude one.
Yeah.
Yeah, the crude ones, yeah. We don't-
What I would say is better to fight three-armed people than three-legged people.
I don't really want to put sex toys in that group boot down. I really don't want to do that. I'm
Make
gonna,
love, not war.
Well, it's completely up to you.
I feel that's a wrong thing to put in that group boot thing. 2 sex toys. Unsure if being used. I'm not sure if I can put that down.
Oh no, you probably say they have been used.
Oh, I don't want to do that. Let's continue on.
Previously used by unknown people.
No, I'm not going to do it. No. Ignoring that whole thing. Yeah.
Well, you do have the jeweled ones that have been used by unknown people. Well, actually, you did know because you pulled them off the dead bodies. Yeah.
I can't remember what we did with those either.
Bella
Oh.
kept some.
Yeah, I think so.
So yes.
Why do you want to borrow them?
And in the room there with the statue was in the center of there. Still has the Ranseur in it that you were going to get back later.
Yep, we'll come back to it because it looks like we're coming back to it again at this soonish.
So you have.
And so now there's a couple. Okay, so I guess we might as well take the passage off there that we haven't gone down yet.
Yep. So the X's are representing stairs. So in this case,
Yep.
the stairs go down.
Okay.
Guys, do we need to keep going? Shouldn't we like come for a day? I'm not feeling so good.
Shut up, undead scum.
You can wait here. We'll be back shortly, I'm sure.
Yeah, just stay here. I'm sure nothing will happen by yourself.
I don't want to be by myself. I am.
Let's finish this thing.
Your Alishi taps you on the shoulder.
What is it, Maria?
There's things coming out of this dungeon that are killing townsfolk, and it comes out. It's got an exit that comes out under my house. As far as
Why
I'm
didn't
concerned,
we-
we're staying down till it's clear.
Marie was just
Coder,
reminding you that you're not alone.
Coder, what?
You said you didn't want to be alone, and so Maria just tapped you on the shoulder.
Says hello and waved at you. Maria's saying that
Yeah, but
you're not alone. Okay?
but Maria, I know you count, but did you see the things I was summoning? I don't want to be.
Yeah, don't do
Wow.
any more
Alone
summoning.
or
He's cracked. He's talking to plants again.
You said I was crazy, guys. Seriously, okay? Anyway, I go forward before skip past Coda, and I'll go down the stairs and I'll look around the door and I'm just checking the door out.
Okay, so you go down the 4 different flights of stairs.
I do.
Yeah, Mark, remember, as far as Cordar was concerned, he never called Pinwinkle crazy. He called him incompetent.
Oh, yeah, probably.
As far as Cordar was concerned, we had the insane, or not sane, not competent, and not good.
Yeah.
Oh, Kanga doesn't
And
know what
next up.
incompetent means, so.
Thanks, Jeremy.
What's Bella?
He was in the not good phase.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
Okay.
I just couldn't see you. I couldn't see anyone calling him insane.
No, okay. There was effectively there were 5 people in the party. One of them was not sane. One of them was not competent. One of them was not good, and then there was Nexa.
All the other shit people and Nexa.
Okay, you can clearly hear everyone behind you arguing.
Gordar
So
will move
I didn't
forward,
say
be ready
anything.
to respond if there's any response to Pinwinkle when he forms a trap. He'll be at least 10 feet yet back from it, though.
Okay, let me try again, guys. Okay, let's be quiet this time.
For no particular reason have I gone to this part of the book.
I can't read it.
I can't see that properly, so
It's vampire.
so I'm sure we're safe.
It was a 22 then.
I'm sure nothing will happen.
So I'll probably listen to the door, trying to see if I hear anything on the other side.
Okay.
What we can't read can't hurt us.
Right.
I'm just seeing if the creature actually has a version in this version of the game.
In Pathfinder 2.
Yeah, because when I do all the translations, it doesn't always have the creatures.
It's definitely an oddity.
If you say the name of the creature, I might
If you
roll
can't
people.
find it in Pathfinder 2, Martin,
I'll just
you
look
can
it up.
just swap it for Goblin.
You got some demigod in there.
Do you want to say what the name of the creature is? I can
Yeah,
search
it's a
for
terrorist.
the
We're
books.
all dead.
Part of the running a game, Victor, is naming a creature tells a lot of people about what the creature is.
Okay.
The better find it out by learning through the fight.
The big
Yeah,
mosquito.
I was just
By
type
just how much Gordar shits himself.
I will send you the link that you can search for all the Pathfinder books. If the creature isn't here, it isn't released in Pathfinder 2nd edition.
The problem, Victor, is they rename the creatures between 1st and 2nd edition. So by typing in the name of the 1st edition creature, you won't find it in 2nd edition.
Doesn't necessarily come up.
100% of the time.
Yeah.
So it's trying to figure out what they might have called it as the new name.
It's a Shazwagger.
Of course, it's not as bad as when they had to actually rename or remove the names of all the devils and demons because they were considered a bad thing in Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh, 1st edition.
Oh yeah, there is a lot of problems with that. It's just trying to figure out what's the closest thing to it. So you hear the sound of
Goblin, I
wind.
told you.
Whoa, stop, guys.
No?
I hear a sound of wings at the door, so I think we need to be prepared for, let me think, a dragon.
Wait,
And I
wait,
think
Big
you
Wiggle.
need to lay off the mushrooms.
Wait, Big Wiggle. Did you say wings? Like bat wings?
No, I didn't say one was a bat, I just said wings.
Or
And if-
dark wing ducks.
What if it's bat wings? What if it's vampire wings?
Can you open the door?
Yep,
Alright.
I opened the door.
I wasn't talking to Kankasero.
No.
Okay,
If I
sorry.
see Kangasura walking past,
Yeah,
I'll
no,
take 10
let
feet
him
back step.
go. Let him go.
Let him go.
Bella as well.
He's learned his lesson here, Cordar. I step back with Cordar going, Start
Oh,
going
Bella
inside.
takes quite a few steps back if he takes steps forward.
Okay.
What?
You'll
what-
see.
You guys are determined to open the door, right?
Well, I'm gonna try
Sure.
But anyway,
I can always use
I'll
more
hide
corpse
behind
me.
Cordar.
Kagasero hide behind Big Wiggle. What are you hiding?
You're in first. You can open the door.
Okay.
So is Kankasero opening the door?
Yeah, he said that. I heard that.
You
Yep.
in the room, you see a circular chamber with a door on the other side, and in the center of the room appears to be a pool of water.
Is there any vampires in it?
Uh,
That's
sure,
the first time that.
Give me a perception roll as you step in to look into the water.
The water? What? Okay.
Cordar will be looking through the doorway. but-
Well, you did ask if
Not
there was
going
any,
yet.
and last thing I described was the water, and you asked, "Is there anything in the water? Anything in it?"
No, I said that the first thing that Kagasera would search on their own when we open it is there is any vampires in it. All right, I got a 26.
Okay, so looking down in the water, you see the reflection of some batwing thing going for your head. Give you a perception roll. Perception roll for initiative.
Can I use my 16 that I rolled it already?
No, that was what you lose through the water.
That one.
I can use that one. That's 26. Then.
Cordar's on 23.
Yay.
I'm going to use my stealth for my initiative. Is that okay?
You were using perception previously.
Yep,
You had not actually seen you were using.
That's not the last question.
Well, you could say it was hiding behind Cordar.
Can I like quarter count?
Hide being the verb.
I'm happy to do perception.
It can be a verb.
It's 22.
Okay, so you got a 22.
Yeah.
What did Cordar get?
23.
What did Kangasera get again?
26. I used the perception I rolled it before.
What would Ballard have
something.
gotten if he had been able to roll?
Something
You're
wrong.
14 on the dice there, Bella.
Did you say 40?
14.
I'm just looking it up now. I think I'm actually plus 8. That sound right if I was.
Sounds like right.
22 for that. And what did Nexa get?
Wow, you have a pretty high wisdom.
Yes, I do.
He's a cleric.
Anyone would think I was a cleric.
I rolled a 3, but I've got +7 perception, but I don't think that's up to date, so it's low regardless.
We'll say
It's probably about right.
Hey, wait. Is David a cleric?
No.
Okay.
close enough. He's a divine caster.
Yeah, I know, but sorcerer, right?
Yeah, but he's still a
Shush.
divine caster. Okay, so because this is more of a surprise for everyone else,
Plus 7, by the way, sorry.
is up first. What is it?
Market's plus 7, plus 8.
So what does Kangasero want to do?
I will run away screaming, vampires in the water, and get back.
Did you hear the part where he said reflection?
We're talking Kangasera, remember?
So as you turn around, you bump into something with teeth that bites you as you try to go past it. And doesn't manage to actually latch onto anything. And you find yourself out the door, running past the others going vampire.
Yep, I keep going.
Somebody should go and get.
I never saw vampires on the water before, so this is scary. He tried to eat my head.
Cool, bye.
Now it's Cordar's go.
Cordar will, let's say, step in with the sword and shield ready and aim to swing it, whatever it was that Kangasero bumped into. I'm not saying what he saw, because that would be like trying to go to the water, because he obviously thinks it was in the water. So I'll go and attack what he bumped into. What are we looking at?
So, what's your light source?
Light from the Pathfinder, the Wayfinder thingy.
Is it currently going?
Yes,
Okay.
because Cordar's the one in the lead, wanting the torch, or wanting light.
So, above the pool, you see what appears to be a bat with a human head instead of a body.
Interesting.
Ooh, pretty.
And yet, was the head down low enough for Kangasero to be in danger of bumping into it?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. So in that case, then I will take a swing at it.
Okay.
13 plus actually 25.
You hit but not crit.
Okay, with a magical slashing weapon, 2d8, 12, 16 points of magical slashing damage.
Okay, it cuts into it, but it's still flying.
Okay.
It's flying.
Did it take me an action to walk into the room? I'm assuming. So I've got one action left.
You got one action left.
I'll use that to actually do the shield raise.
Okay, so you raise your shield up against.
Oh, actually. Oh no, it was it was previous that the shield got demolished and I had to get a new shield. So yes, before we came to Sandpoint. So yes, I'm raising my shield.
Did it get taken down by one of the guys in the battle last session? No.
No, I don't think so. 'Cause like I said, I haven't got any. Oh, hang on, I'll just double check. I might have been looking in the wrong spot. No, okay. I haven't got any damage noted for the shield at the present time.
All good.
Because remember, last session, Cordar had plot armor.
That was correct. He just couldn't be.
They kept throwing away their ranchers or anything like that when they came near him.
The dice loved you that day.
God.
Okay, so Pinwinkle is up.
How tall is this thing off the ground? Because I'm halfway.
You can't see it because you're up the stairs.
So if I come to the entrance, I see Corda run down.
He's basically attacking something above him, above the doorway.
Well, I think from my side, so he's in the doorway, so I can't get past.
You can get past him.
I just don't know. I haven't seen this thing yet, so I have no idea. Oh, okay. I wonder
Well,
if
you know exactly what it
vampire.
isn't.
Okay, I'll look down.
You know it's not a vampire because that's what Tangasero identified.
What do I see?
Give me a perception roll.
Perception, that's 23.
Okay, so you see something that looks like the head of a man with the wings of a bat.
It's a little bit off the ground.
It is about 10 to 12 feet off the ground.
Yeah, no, I can't really reach that. So,
do have a
So,
crossbow.
yeah, but
face of the man, wings of the bat.
that's my go.
Yep.
Yep, so I go.
What is a vampire?
I think that to be so tall.
And you load.
Loaded, yeah.
Okay, Balath is now up.
You know, call me crazy, but that looks like it has something to do with the vampire for once.
So do you go in and try to disrupt undead?
Shall we? Disrupt undead. No, disrupt undead.
Okay, would Mark like to roll for him?
Is disrupt undead actually an attack?
It is, I believe.
Like a spell you cast and hit. Oh, you mean whether or not it requires a spell attack roll?
Correct.
Let me have a look.
It's a fortitude save.
Yeah, as you
So
found when you were
range.
talking about doing Tangasero, it's a save to actually.
It is actually a saving throw.
Yeah.
And they take half damage if they succeed.
Yep. So fortitude save DC 8.
Okay, so you throw your spell and it goes straight through it.
Perfect. It's not undead.
Yeah, it's not like Tangasero.
There's
Interesting.
only
you
one
guys-
vampire
can some-
here.
Can, can someone tell Kangasero to like that there's not a vampire so he can come back?
It won't make any difference. We keep telling you it's not a vampire. You don't listen.
Yeah, I tried
Exactly right. And Kangasero's fucking legged it anyway. He's gone.
Okay, so then it is the creature's turn as it flies down at our big sword and shield person.
Yep.
And hits armor class 20
20
Jesus.
will miss.
as it bangs into
Thank
your
you,
shield.
shield raise.
Okay, then it tries to fly at Pinwinkle. And hits armor class 7.
7?
Yeah. Critical miss. Okay, so it provokes an attack from both Jeremy and Mark. I don't believe you can use one ranged weapon with a provoking attack of opportunity.
AC 27.
AC 27 is a hit, and it's enough to take it down this time.
Okay.
Knowing your minimum damage is at least 5.
Yes, my minimum damage is 6, so yep.
Kangasero, come back. It's dead.
And as you go to poke it, it explodes all over you.
Press the digitation.
Now, seriously, now, hang on. Would Bailoff really do that to Pinwinkle? Think about this, Ben.
Yeah, because Pinwinkle stinks.
No,
Yeah.
would he just let Pinwinkle stink for a while? That's what I'm just saying.
No, you
No,
gotta
because
press the digitation because it's gross and I don't want to look or smell it.
Exactly.
So I'll ask a question, you know?
And all the gunk just hits the ground at his feet instead.
Well, okay. Kangasero, it's all sorted.
And the
What?
Pinwinkle has this smell of infernal roses around him.
When Kangasero start to get in now, his fear like.
Okay, Kangasero, if that was a vampire, you've got nothing to worry about.
Kangasero just shares his fear face with a brave face and say, "Oh, you guys killed the vampire without me."
Yes,
Well,
yes, we
If
slayed the vampire.
you want to call it a vampire, yes, we killed it.
Yes, we slayed the vampire. All hail us. We did it for you. It's okay.
Although,
People said that
on that idea, we slayed the non-undead vampire. Is that correct, Belath?
Yes. Now, Kangasero, the true question is, if we saw a vampire, would you want us to slay it?
people said that things that have bat wings are vampires. That's
Sure.
one of them.
Cool. Yeah, no, that's I'm not disputing that at all. But the real question is, if we saw a vampire, would you want us to kill it?
Yep, sure. I want them that.
Fantastic. I'll consider that a legally binding contract, and we'll come to that at the point in which we find a vampire.
Oh, that's
Yes.
Or at least any other undead.
Yeah.
Kangasero feels like Belaf is a good friend and he's trustworthy.
Kangasero is dead on the mark. You can trust me to kill a vampire if I see one,
Yeah.
and I feel like it.
Okay.
So
Can I
igno-
give you a
ignoring the
hug?
water
Can I give you a hug,
completely,
Bella?
the rest of the room seems to be
I've
dead
killed
except for the
people
door.
While Belath is accompanying Kangasero, Cordar will have a look around the room and see. Have a look in the pool to see if there's another vampire in the pool, like we were told.
Careful, Kodar. Must be. He must have spawns over there, maybe. Maybe his family is all the well. I don't know. Kangasero raise his shield.
Kangasero is fucking dumb.
There you go. Nothing else. You might check the water quarter. So let the quarter check the water.
Corda checks the around the pool and the water itself, and he finds
Yep.
the water surprisingly cool and soothing.
Okay. But nothing else of interest in here.
And you also notice that you come away cleaner from touching the water.
Sorry, I broke up a bit in that moment of touching water.
You came away cleaner when you were touching the water than before you touched it.
Okay. Well, I don't think I really need a full bath at the moment, so I'm happy enough just to have a clean finger. Apparently, I got a bit close. I think, is it there? Oh, hang on, I touched it. Oops.
Okay, let's try to analyze the water if it's normal or something. Use like nature to recall knowledge of something like this.
Was there any other
before.
exits from this room?
Yes, there is the door on the other side of the water. Well, from where you
Okay.
entered.
Okay,
As
I
you
will.
can see Kangasero looking in the water again and seeing a reflection with red glowing eyes and fangs.
Cordar's gone to the other door and started to listen just to make certain nothing's coming through. Or,
Can I try a nature check to recall knowledge about this type of water or something?
You can, yes.
Oh fuck! I fail.
What did you
I
get?
rolled a 2.
Rolled a 2?
I rolled a 2. I got a total of 12.
Okay. So, you're looking at the pool, and you think it's one of those pools that tells you your future.
Oh shit. Am I curious?
Well, you're
I don't
looking
know
at
if
it,
I
you're looking at a
curious.
picture of yourself with red eyes.
You're
and
looking
green
at your
hair.
own reflection and seeing red eyes and teeth or something, wasn't it?
Yep.
Oh, Belaf, can you look at me, please?
Why?
Belaf?
Why? Yes, of course. What do you need?
What do I look like?
Oh, you just look like yourself, my friend. Exactly who you are.
Oh, thank God.
Well, you were explicitly not looking at the water.
Guys, I'm sure you don't want to look at this water. It shows yourself corrupted or something.
Okay, so it tastes like water. It's wet.
Did you drink it? Are you
I
crazy?
just put my finger in and then licked it.
And then licked his finger.
It's like,
And his finger came out cleaner.
wait 5, 10 seconds to go.
It's the cleanest finger on your hand.
I'm leaving the comments alone right now because I know where Matt was going to go. So I just walk with Corda to the next door. and he don't start it either, please.
Yeah.
Kagasero follow the group, but he's like touching his teeth and see if his eyes are glowing and stuff, like checking himself.
Well, you don't
That
have
was
a
a
mirror on you,
disturbing image.
unfortunately.
What?
You don't have a mirror on you, unfortunately, so you can't check properly.
Yeah, but I can touch my teeth and see that is everything all right? Okay.
Your teeth feel pointier.
That's right. You've actually cut your finger.
Yeah, but that's not as gross as I saw. Okay.
Can
Thank God.
Nexa discreetly pull a card out of his deck in reference to our potentially vampire friend? To
Sure.
see what card comes out, like the death card, the devil.
Correction,
Okay,
not for fire, but
so you pull out a card, and the card has a message of the grave.
Yep.
oh shit.
Cool, cool, cool. I don't say anything to anyone.
And the card's upside down, so that may mean something more.
It normally means the opposite, though, if a card's upside down in tarot.
I know.
Okay.
Unfortunately, you're not an expert on interpreting the card yet, but you're working on it.
Alright. Cool.
Though to be amusing, I actually do have the full deck sitting around here somewhere, and I could pull it out sometime later. I just have to remember where I put it.
I bought a deck the other day because it was called like Annie's tarot deck. I was like, well, fuck, now I have to buy it.
You told me she'd fate.
Yeah, clearly doesn't work.
Well, it may work even better.
So could Corda or Pinwinkle hear anything on the other side of the door?
No, you heard nothing on the other side of the door.
Okay.
I look at you and say it's your turn in some way, like a gesture.
I'm not opening any doors
Okay.
now
Every
because
time I
the
go
last.
through a door, I've found something that I didn't want to see on the other side. So I feel that I might just hold back this time.
Corda, I'll open the door.
Okay, he opens the door, and there are stairs heading up.
Did we have
Another
time to
door.
refocus the last time we fought?
No, you have not had a chance to refocus yet. You moved on.
Moved on.
Can Kagasero like seems tired and he said like, can we spend some time here just to catch my breath? The last room that I opened, vampire just flew up and I need a moment, please.
Yeah, but you wouldn't really catch your breath if you didn't run away from it.
I wasn't running away. I was it was a strategic
So
route
you're
trade.
aware we actually have official Harrow cards.
Cool. Are they actual like
Did you-
cards or just tarot cards?
Because they're actually Harrow cards, not tarot.
Oh,
They're
Harrow.
specifically the Pathfinder Harrow cards.
That's sick.
I thought you said you lost it.
I had, and then I remembered I had stuff moved around behind me, which includes the instructions for them.
Nice. That's a very cool prop.
The first time I agree with Corda, I say no, we don't move forward. So,
Well, Cordar's headed up towards the stairs, and
yeah, I'll follow. Because still with my hand bow, with my thing still in it, so I don't
Kagasero will step down with his shield
So
raised.
instead of just being the grave, I'll actually pull a card out and see what Annie has told before the card in the future.
No, this is for Victor's future. Not for like, I think.
Well, yeah, it was regarding Victor, but
Okay, well this is actually probably more relevant. It's called the snake bite.
can I see the picture?
You can see the picture.
mm-hmm.
Very interesting, Victor.
It sort of looks like a poisoner.
Yeah.
Okay. And it was inverted, so therefore it's definitely not a snake as such, but something else bit him.
And I think we actually have for those cards interpretations. So the snake bite. So it's considered a vile poisoned weapon.
You mean like a corrupted lesson type thing?
And it basically represents the death of ideals and freedom, as well as the ability to turn friends against each other, or poison the minds of the virtuous.
Ooh.
And
Well,
a misaligned version of it is generally a mental leap, a new friendship, or a discovery.
Ah, he's made friends with the vampires.
Vampires are not friends.
So, yes, I actually do have actual things you can pull out of each card.
Very cool.
So, yes, you pull that out as Cordar finds a set of stairs going up to another door.
Mm-hmm.
And listening at that door, he doesn't hear anything again.
Okay, I will open that door.
And you see a stairwell going up.
Kagasero like.
Can I see how far it goes up? Like, is there any doors at the end of it or anything?
It spirals.
Oh, okay.
So it seems to turn upon itself. You probably have to go up into it to find out where it ends.
Now, how far down do we think we've come? Oh, we came down. We had to come down hogs the stairs to get down to the water well, didn't we?
We did, yes.
Yeah. So, but other than that, we were effectively on basement level, weren't we?
We were.
Yeah.
Well, you're up and down between basement levels, yes.
Yeah, but I mean, more like approximately. Like it's not like we're miles underground or anything at the moment. So, Cordar will aim to start going up the stairs then to get an idea of where they go to.
Yep. Okay, and as you go up the stairs, you find yourself. Let me see if I actually have the description of it. It does have a description for you. Okay, so you find yourself in a small room with an uneven roof above it with a bit of light coming through it. So you can feel some fresh air in the room.
Thank God, fresh air, sunlight. Me and Maria are very happy.
And you've got moonlight coming in at the moment because it is night because you went down. You went underground in the evening, not during the day.
Yep.
I said like, Kodar, Pickwick, please, let's take a moment to breathe and go outside. I don't like the heaviness.
Not when the evil is still potentially going to come back up and roam the street somewhere.
And none of you can actually.
But we are on the streets.
Well, you stay here and make certain nothing comes through this way.
Okay. Come on, Maria. Let's breathe some fresh air. And Kagasera and Maria would like to breathe a bit and go outside. For at least 10 minutes.
Are you going to use a shovel or a pick or transform?
Oh wait, it's not an easy passage to go through.
I said it was a crack. I didn't say it was big enough for let alone a finger or more to go through. You could feel the air coming through it. You cannot actually fit through it yourself.
Unless you take your vampire mixed form.
Yes, that would work.
Jeremy, I was
I can't, I don't
frantically
have
grabbing
focus.
at my pocket to pull my phone out to unmute myself so I could say just that very thing.
Pimlico's got his puts his crossbow down, arms crossed, and want to see how he does this mistful. He's keen to.
Whereas Cordag's starting to go back down the stairs again, saying, okay, well,
Hey.
this place is dead end.
Hey guys, if Victor didn't do that, that'd be a missed opportunity.
I did what, man? I didn't hear you.
Well, you were asked if you basically suggested that you should turn into a mist form and go through the crack.
I can't do that. I
Are you
need-
sure?
I need to tune to the nature and stuff, and I'm spent.
Pimlico taps him on the arm because he can't reach the shoulder.
Yeah.
And just saying, I believe in you. And then steps back and hands, arms still crossed, waiting to see what happens. Kind of thing. So, I'm just doing
I am spent. I am spent. I am tired. I can't do anything.
You could ask your plant thingy, whatever its name is. You could ask it to see if you can get through there.
They seem suggested rudely at you.
I'm sorry, I don't know your name.
They just rudely.
Yeah, it's Maria, but she
Sorry,
can go.
I do apologize. Would you
She
like
can
to
go up.
check what's outside?
Yeah, she can go. Come, Maria. I just put Maria behind my shield and send her up.
Okay, so you see Maria squeezing through the crack. Barely. She's barely wide enough to squeeze through.
Yeah, and you guys, just to be clear,
And you know,
I don't
get the
have-
fresh breeze coming in as Maria's going out.
what's coming in?
The fresh breeze is no longer coming in as Maria's blocking the breeze.
Damn it.
Maria.
So give me a acrobatics roll for Maria.
She uses mine, right?
Most
Let me
likely, yes.
roll. 10. What I got is a total of acrobatics plus 7, 17 total.
Okay, so Maria is reporting she's stuck halfway up.
Just thick.
She's stuck. Maybe we can go through here. Come on back then.
Having trouble moving, she's stuck.
Oh damn. You guys go on. I will try to get Maria out.
Okay, I'll pick up my angry crossbow, go back out.
I try to use any tools I have, like
You don't
grappling
normally carry tools
hook.
with you because you know that they're burdens of society that you hate.
You don't like metal stuff, so.
Yeah, but I have ropes and shit and grappling hooks. That's something that I can use anywhere
The
I go.
grappling
Like,
hook is wider than the hole.
dang.
You've had basically Maria squeeze up a crack in the ceiling.
That's what I'm going now. I'm not gonna help. I'm going.
I will try to get her out, man.
Well, you can't even stick your spear up there. That's how thin the crack is.
Come on, Maria. I will wait for you. Come on, guys. You can keep going.
Maria can't turn around. She's facing the wrong way.
Well, I will wait. I will wait. She will come out eventually. She got it.
Well, when she grows, she'll be able to go at the top.
I don't like you, Kodar, anymore.
No, that's right. Cordag's not there. I said I was walking back down the stairs again.
Okay. So, everyone has left at the druid, and he's stuck familiar behind.
Okay, nothing here. Just an opening, just some fresh air. That's all. Was fresh air. Somebody blocked it.
Bellath hangs around and waits with the not vampire.
While we wait, I can try to like do a treat wounds on myself, the normal one.
You took it.
Well, that is a 10-minute action, remember?
Yeah. You might want to just.
Yeah, I don't know. If Maria comes out early, I just leave it and get down.
Okay, so you start your 10-minute action, so everyone gets 300 rounds before you get to do anything.
Remember,
Well, if
Maria
Maria comes out early,
No,
I will
Maria
stop.
can't move. Maria is stuck.
I will wait. She come in. She can come up. Come on. I am not leaving.
I'm not there, so I don't know.
Okay, so.
You know
Jeremy,
I can get her out. Bellath's hand. Sorry, Martin.
Yep.
Bellath's hand emits a very faint, fiery glow. I can get her out.
No, she can come out herself.
I think we really need to evaluate this situation, my friend. Also, why are you talking? You're currently doing first aid.
I can talk. Can you have any tools to like pull her out or something, or a hammer to like?
He's showing you a tool right now.
He's showing you a tool called.
I can drastically reduce her size. I am magical like that.
Come on.
I said, I can drastically reduce her size. It will make her small enough to come out, one way or another.
Then please do, sir. I really appreciate your friendship.
Burning hands through the crack.
Don't do that, man. Don't kill my familiar.
That's exactly what Bellath did.
Okay, so there is no dodging, so it's considered a critical failure on the case of the Leshy, unfortunately.
Oh my god.
Because the Leshy is held in place.
But hey, it's smaller now, and the ash filters back down through.
Did you just kill my familiar?
Well, let's see what Burning Hands does.
Depends how many hit points it has. That comes from the staff, by the way, not Bellath. It was all the staff's fault.
Nothing to do with Bellath.
No. I am a powerful magician.
Ooh, okay.
My transmography knows no bounds.
Level 1 spells 2d6,
2d6, but the thing is, I think it's heightened to his level because he is using it as a staff, which means it would be 4d6. And
Critical.
Maria has like 15 hit points, so please don't kill her.
I've got this funeral.
So he does 26 fire damage.
You kill my familia, man. What the fuck is wrong with you?
And you get this, all these little leaves blow into the room.
Bellath shrugs and heads back towards the party.
God dang it, man.
That's alright, you can try and kill my familiar if you want. Good luck.
The crow is currently looking at you. Or Raven, I should say.
I guess it is just like shocked.
Do I see just like some heat behind me? That's it.
You see the dropping of little leaves falling into the room.
Not getting involved. I believe this is between a conversation between Bella and Kangasira. So.
Well, technically, under the technical sense, Bellath did achieve what he said he would.
Exactly what he's going to do.
Technically, I know how bailouts work, and I wouldn't have agreed to that situation. But,
Wow, thankfully you're not Kangasero, and we have now fixed the problem.
And
Bellath Silvertongue, problem solver.
And Corda has tried to explain to Kangasero before exactly how to know when Bellath may be lying or not telling the whole truth. His mouth is moving and there's noise coming out.
It's very true.
Okay.
Okay, so Kangasero, does Kangasero pick up any of the pieces of Maria?
Sure.
Come on, she's a plant and there's leaves. I've basically just made you more leshies. My girlfriend propagates plants from leaves all the time. You'll be okay.
Well, I mean, let's face it. I'm sure the leshy is really eucalyptus and it needs the fire to activate the seed.
And now the chlamydia bears have things to eat.
Just go going pretty deep tonight.
Okay,
by the way.
I am shocked as a, so I don't know what to do.
To clarify out of character, Belak is so sick of your vampire shit. He also actually
man.
felt sorry for the Leshy, and a Leshy is nothing but a plant to him. Therein, its extermination was more kind to it than allowing it to be controlled by a vampire, who really would eventually abandon it in the end. It was a quick death. It was what it needed. Also, it was really stuck and was not coming out.
No, I believe the word is planted.
Oh,
Rooted brew.
Oh,
Rooted,
right.
Indeed.
cuz, what do you even know?
I'm not even
Feel free to exact your vengeance upon Balath however you see fit. Good luck. May the odds be forever in your favor.
Okay, so
So technically, your conditions for stopping the first aid came true.
yes.
Maria returned before you were finished.
Yeah, Maria has joined you in many places. She's a little bit there, a little bit there, and a little bit all over you.
And I'm sitting downstairs, and I feel so gratitude by leaving Squirt back. This is what we do to companions. It's like, this is what our party does to companions. I said, this is what.
Well, it's not the first party companion death. It's the second.
I know. I'm fully aware of this.
You guys.
Balath actually holds some hope for Squirt.
Look, you guys asked me to take her outside, and she got stuck because of you guys, and she trusted me because I sent her away.
Next up,
Why did you do that?
It's not my fault.
So
Balath is wondering who you're talking to.
I'm walking back through the door down the stairs.
So currently, you have Kangasero sitting by himself, talking at the empty air.
Yeah.
As you notice, as everyone has left him with the remains of his Leshy.
Should be something like that.
Kangasero is going to actually turn into like an evil mastermind after this.
I have a feeling too. Yeah.
What do you mean turn into?
Oh, the mastermind part was a bit missing.
Sorry?
The mastermind part.
Yeah, I can accept that, yes. I was thinking the same thing after I said it. I thought, oh, yeah.
Okay.
I noticed that Kangasero has to come back down. You know, go, Kangasero, you coming?
You hear a voice from the distance asking if you're coming.
Okay,
I mean,
Kangasero pick up all the Leshy things that survive the burning stuff.
Each one you try to pick up just turns to dust because they're so brittle.
Okay, Kangasero just get down, but he's like he doesn't speak any word, and you can see that he is kind of crying.
Oh, smudge the ashes on your face and go William Wallace.
I'll wait at the door because I'll just make sure he's still coming down. You know, so.
He's coming slowly, slower than he normally moves.
One step at a time.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm sure Bella has walked back down.
The rest of them have all left. It's only you and Kangasero at the moment. What do you say?
Before we get to the door, I say, look, there's one lesson you've learned from this.
One Leshy he's
One
learned from this.
One lesson.
One lesson.
He couldn't have come over the microphone if it was Leshy.
One lesson is that Bella takes everything literally. I said, this is why you got to be very careful what you say to him, okay?
Though it did come across to me as one Leshy he's learned, and that Bellev takes everything so leafly.
Yeah, no, if he determines that like that, I'm happy. I'm going with it. It might be due to his current state. He might feel that I'm saying.
It might be all that flowery language you're using.
That's right. So.
I just reply like, she died for nothing.
Oh. You got a whiff of fresh air at an end.
as high as I can pat him on the back, I'll
Yep.
pat him on the back and say,
Mhm.
it's okay. Shoot back. Sure.
We were friends yesterday. We drank and what did he did that to me?
Well, to be fair, yesterday you crashed Cordar's door in.
Yeah, but I spent the night with
Beleth.
Belaf.
Actually, you slept in your room by yourself. He slept elsewhere.
Yeah, but
After
when I
he set you up-
fell asleep, he was there.
Yeah, I say, it's okay. We'll get through this, and then we'll work out what we're going to do. I try to pat as high as I can as a half of back.
Okay, so you meet up with everyone back at the statue of the Goddess of Wrath.
And the passageway that goes down that we still haven't actually looked at yet is actually back the way we came in, wasn't it?
Is that one there?
Although we've technically got a couple of ways out of this that could take us back home again, haven't we?
Yes, there are a couple of ways that you could go back home.
For the time being, then, Cordar's happy to leave the Ransur in the statue as he keeps moving off down towards the other unknown passage.
Okay, so while you're in that room, I will give Kangasero a will save.
Okay. Oh, roll a 3. And so I got a total of 13.
Okay, so you notice all but one of the runes darken.
Okay.
Are these the runes on him, or are these the runes in the room?
On him.
On him, okay.
All but one.
Yeah.
Is that because I am crying and angry?
Yes, you have wrath lit up.
Well, that's okay because I'm very angry.
And you see that Ransua in the statue's hands just seems to be glowing in your sight.
The statue hand, can I touch it?
You can touch it. It feels nice and warm and comforting.
Oh, that's real nice.
And
Do I feel like this lady can bring my Lashy back?
And it seems to be in your hands instead of the statue's hands now.
Can this statue bring my Lashy back?
Quite possibly.
But it's not the statue that was feeling warm, it was the Ransur.
I'm not noticing this one because I'm staying the whole
You just see that all of his runes but one blink out. And then he just reaches up and takes the Ransor from the statue without pulling it out of the hands.
You okay, Kangasero?
And you sort of see that he sort of looks a lot angrier now.
I take 5 foot step back.
I just say like, I just wish I didn't trust Belaf before.
It's okay. I take another 5 foot step back.
Though you do feel angry right now.
I take another 5 foot step back. So if I see him starting to get fuming, like in build up kind of thing, I'm going, is anyone still with us at the time or ever?
I know, just you.
Just me.
Yeah.
Do I feel any power or anything? Because I was pretty spent. I have
power
no
of
spell slots,
rage.
I have no spell slot, no focus point. I don't know if I feel anything like magical power or anything
Right now, you
like
don't
that.
feel like you need anything else but this warm feeling from this staff.
You're
With this
feeling
nice big
powerful.
blade on the end.
Okay, can I just like put all my will on bringing Maria back? Like wishing?
You want to wish for Maria back?
Yep.
Okay. What you're doing, so you get this picture of Balath in your head.
Yeah, you might not be able to bring Maria back, but you can certainly get revenge on the one that killed her.
So why do I need to bring Maria back?
And
Is
you
to
have an idea that if you use this nice warm feeling and show it to this person in a meaningful way, it might help.
Okay.
If you look
I
in the
start
direction-
walking toward the rest of the group, and I just said, "Let's keep going."
Mm.
Do I see this going?
Well, you see him getting more and more animated.
Bell up, you fucked up. I'd yell that down the corridor, okay?
Okay, so while the two of you are coming up, the other people have headed on further.
Yep.
And you come into an area you haven't been before. The tunnel widens into what appears to have once been a small shrine. Far to the northeast, stairs lead up to a platform of grey stone. Sitting atop the platform is an ancient altar, little more than a jagged block of black marble with a shallow cavity on top of it. And the basin appears to be filled with filthy water.
Is there anyone in the room other than us?
There is a big set of double doors that have a big Thassilonian seal across it.
As in 7-pointed star seal.
The 7-pointed star seal, yes.
Yep.
And you see the liquid itself glints in the light.
Okay, well, Kordar's actually, if he can't see anyone actually in the room, like in there, he'll be going across to the other double doors just to listen and check to make certain nothing's about to burst through, or if they are, he can be ready for it. While others can search the room if they wish.
Okay, as you go to listen at the door, you feel a warmth and a vibration that distracts you, coming from the door.
A warmth and a vibration coming from the door.
Yeah.
I will step back from the door a bit and have
And the
sword
door's
and
slightly
shield ready.
glowing. The runes are slightly glowing and phase as you step back.
So I'll take a moment with sword and shield ready as if the door was about to open. But yeah, so that'll be Kordar for the next couple of minutes or so, with the walking across, finding a glowing door, and then stepping back and waiting for it to act.
And what does Nexar do?
Is there any like immediately apparent danger?
You just saw a door glow as Kordar went to listen at it. These doors can be tricky.
We have to use doors.
Like head towards the door as well,
Yep.
but nothing like immediate like jumped out or done anything.
Nothing's jumping out or attacking you as far as you can tell. Coming up behind you is Balath. So what does Balath want to do? Examine the door or examine the altar?
He's already dead.
Yeah. Kangasaurus caught up with him.
Yeah.
Just checking.
David?
Yeah, he's still there. He's probably on mute at the moment.
Okay.
So that was really annoying.
Oh, you weren't trying to talk, were you?
Balat's going to stand back and allow other people to do stuff. Also, I'm driving a forklift right now, so you probably won't hear much from me, but I am listening.
All good.
Okay.
Okay, so yes, Balath is just watching from a distance, amused, with an amused smirk on his face.
Well, since Pelaf stopped walking down, Kanga will stop too. Kanga is just like behind Belaf, looking at him like thinking about something.
Yes, and you do have this picture of this blade bursting out his chest.
Oh yes.
It's a very satisfying picture.
I thought about stepping in between, but really, I don't know if I have that much love for Bella. But I might, on the side.
As you go to, step past him, the blade in Kangasaro's hand starts to vibrate as you get closer.
I take an arc.
There's no way to get past him without actually brushing up against him. He's standing in the passageway between you and Bella.
Kangasara, can I get past? Can you just put the blade on the other side so I can go around that way?
I stopped looking at Belaf and just look at Pickwick and say,
And you
"Oh,
know,
sure,
this picture
sure,
of,
friend."
You know, get this picture of poking it through Pinwinkle.
But I just step out and say, "Sure, friend, come on."
And he
And I-
seems
and
to
I-
give you
and
the
I
same
show
look he
he,
gave Bella.
I do the arc thing as I discussed before. Tap Bella from the shoulder, and I go. You did this, and walk through the other two. Oh,
Okay.
No, I'll go.
Give me a will save for Pinwinkle.
Will save.
Yeah.
Okay. It started raining again. If you guys pick up some noises, that the heavy rain.
And we had rain here today as well.
The weather here is strange.
Okay, you feel uneasy as you step past Pinwinkle.
Oh, I stepped in the front path.
Yeah, sorry, as you step past King Zero, so you have frightened 1 against him right now.
Yeah, I would have had that probably.
I keep staring at Pickwick and say, "Yes, Pickwick, you are a good friend."
And you can see that he now actually has elongated canine teeth.
As I walk backwards, and if there's anything I can trip over and fall backwards.
Yep.
That'll be what happens.
Which is Bella's feet.
And I'll leave that for the DM explanation. I had my crossbow loaded at the time,
Yep.
so if I accidentally fall backwards and
Sure. Roll 2 dice. Pick 1 as odd or even, and then the other is an attack roll.
Come on, you shoot at me?
No, his crossbow went off.
As he tripped.
I'm going to be nice about this because it could have been a 19 and a 20.
You needed to tell me which dice was which before you rolled.
Okay.
So we will roll again.
Yeah.
But
Roll one at a time.
Roll a non-d20 as the other dice.
Yeah. 1.
Okay, and
It's attack roll.
yep.
15.
So that'd be total of 15.
Yeah.
Okay, what's your armor class?
My armor class?
Yeah.
20.
Okay, so bolt glances off your boot, and then bounces off down the corridor. There's nick in the side of your boot at the moment.
I just got over repair. I pick up the crossbow. Don't give a rat's ass about the bolt right now, and I just go past Bella.
Mhm.
And I walk backwards. Look at the statue on the way past.
Well, there's no statue in this room.
Isn't there something?
No, there's an altar, and there's a big door with glowing runes on it.
I look at the altar. And I go. So
It's up a set of stairs. You
Oh, that's upstairs. I walk backwards and I hear this.
you hit the stairs.
Wait, the stairs?
Mhm.
Okay. Might be good to get out of this room. And I walk up.
You walk up the stairs, and you find a big block to hide behind.
I'm just gonna walk up a little bit and go, "Hey guys, we've got a problem here."
What problem? There's any problem here? The only problem here is that my friend is dead.
So, when Cordar stepped back from the door, did it stop vibrating, you said? And glowing?
It did lessen its vibration and glowing.
Okay. Cordar will, aim to move forward slightly and just test to see the reaction from the door.
It seems to get brighter and vibrate more the closer you get to it.
Roy Pinwinkle, I'm thinking this door might be trapped.
Oh, can you deal with that over there? And I'll go to the door and check the door.
Okay, perception roll.
And then Cordar will step back from the door. I'm guessing Nex probably comes with him.
Yeah. Did we
Uh,
get told that Kangasero is losing his mind?
It's hard to tell. He looks the same.
I'm going to say Cordar could have reacted anyway.
32.
Okay, so yes, it is trapped with magic.
trap here with magic. I think
Okay.
that's a Bella thing.
Do your work.
With that 32, because would I know if it's something I could probably sort out myself, or is it too difficult?
You've never dealt with magic like that before?
Yeah, definitely a Bella thing. It's a magical thing.
Okay.
I do the more
Oh well,
mechanical
by
stuff.
the way, speaking of traps, Tangasera is a vampire, and he's trying to kill me.
You don't know that, and okay, let's just do it.
So Tangasera says he doesn't deny it. He says you don't know that.
Yeah, do a magically trap. Probably not a good idea. Kangasera looks strange.
I said before, I feel strange since I got here. That's why I am asking you guys to get out. And you did it, and now my friend is dead.
And you see,
And we kept telling you.
Tangasera is a vampire. He is losing his battle against vampirism, and I dare say he's about to try and kill me.
and on his forehead is the lit up rune of wrath.
Also, I have a theory that this little room and that there big stabby bladey thing that he's carrying is potentially making things even worse. Somebody should get that off him. Also, he's a vampire and he's going to try and kill me.
I am not a vampire. I don't have bat wings.
And amusingly, he's not denying he's not trying to kill you.
Exactly. Also, not only is he a vampire, he's a dumb vampire.
The situation, I'm thinking to myself this, not helping this one, I don't say it out loud, because I thought, in some way, I understand the hurt that Kangasera has, but in some way I go, one stab won't beat him. Sure.
And while you're doing that, you hear a voice in the back of your head going, or Pinwinkle going, a sacrifice is required. It doesn't appear to be, you don't know where it's coming from, it's just in your head.
And in my head, I talk to us and go, who is this? And I try to mentally click that in my head.
And you have a, do you agree to provide a sacrifice? Yes or no?
I need to know how the sacrifice is going to affect me in the future, but I have no information about why a sacrifice is needed and why you, who I don't know who you are, needs a sacrifice. So
I offer up Pimwinkle's genitals.
I'm doing this all mentally as much as I can.
So and in the middle of your rambling, you get a yes or no.
I go.
Provide a sacrifice or be the sacrifice, your choice.
Pinwinkel's getting more and more crankier right now. In his, you see a little. He's going.
And you realise that you're also touching an altar at the moment,
Oh, I step back.
and you can't let go.
Sorry, Mark.
Who's next to the,
You went up the stairs. On top of the stairs is the altar.
yeah, but didn't I go down and check the door?
No, you did, but you sort of you went away from it at one point as well.
You was asking
You were
for the
telling them all
altar
about it,
before.
and for some reason you just walked back up the stairs to the altar because that was your safe spot. Something was pulling you.
Look, I already owe one god.
Be the sacrifice or make the sacrifice. Choose, or the choice will be done for you.
I say excuse me right now.
Mhm.
I said, I already owe one
I thought-
god. I don't need to owe another god. I said, I think...
You feel yourself pull out a dagger with your other hand
Can I,
and start pointing it at your own chest.
can I resist this anymore?
Martin, can I get a perception? Oh crap! Martin, can I get a perception check to see if my potentially ex-friend, who I know quite well, is acting weird?
Which one? Okay, so he's trying to do a perception check for Pinwinkle, so you can roll a perception check for Balath with disadvantage because he's slightly distracted.
Shit, I don't care about Kangasera.
8 to 18.
18. So, yes, Pinwinkle is, looking a little odd, hanging onto the altar nearby.
Pinwinkle? Pinwinkle, what are you doing?
He can't answer. He's in the middle of a conversation.
I tried to open my mouth, but I can't answer. And you just see that I'm intensely staring at the statue. And it's
At the dagger in your hand.
At the dagger. At the
Somebody's grabbed
Not the
Pinwinkle
statue,
and pulled him away.
shrine.
Altar.
Altar.
And I go, in my mind, going, look, you've messed with the wrong person here.
You stab yourself
Porter,
in the
grab
stomach.
Pinwinkle. Get him away from that stupid thing.
I stabbed myself in the stomach.
So you watch him stab himself in the stomach and carve out an X.
Oh, for the love of all that is unholy, why?
I believe that's the point. The love of unholy.
Yes. You critically hit yourself.
Really hit.
Yes.
Sneak attack.
No sneak attack.
Okay,
Because you're aware of it.
yeah, no, I'm just going to ask a question.
Kagaser starts to laugh weirdly. Kagaser says.
So the reason that Cordar was not ready to try and stop Pinwinkle is because he'd noticed Tangasero with the Ransura and said, "What the hell did you grab that for? It's not like you can use the thing."
How much damage did you do to yourself?
Maybe I can. I feel that I can.
18
Hey guys,
Maybe this is a I should say like maybe this is a vampire killer weapon.
Okay, so you do that,
I just look shocked and I don't know what to do after this.
and then you drop the dagger, dip your hand in the wire liquid on the altar, and then smear that all over the wound.
Any what?
That's not good.
Oh my god, will we all like die here?
So who's providing the wind at the moment?
Okay.
It might be Annie's mic. Yeah, it might have been because it's just cut down.
Yeah.
Okay, so yes, you did manage to cut yourself and smear yourself with the liquid from the altar.
Okay, got your point. I'm thinking to my head. I need to fire sacrifice, you said.
Do I feel that this thing that I'm holding, this Ronson thing, did it indeed cleaning or something, like dipping into the water?
It basically
Okay.
has nothing to do with what's happening on the altar right now. But
Cordar's telling you, said, put it down, give it to me. It's not like you can use the bloody such a civilized weapon.
This is not a civilized weapon. This might be a magical nature. Look at this impressive.
Ransura.
Looks impressive to me.
and you watch as Kangasero
Man-made.
moves through a quite advanced fighting stance.
I feel powerful with it. I can kill many vampires. And I speak vampires very slowly.
And instead of the word vampire, he says the word Balath.
Says what?
Well, there's only one of him.
I'm sure that the more important things were about Kangasoo.
But with magic, he can do it many times.
That's right. That's what Cordar's looking at.
I'm allowed to speak it.
So
Yes, you can now speak.
did Pinwinkle actually scream at all when he stabbed himself?
Not a sound whatsoever.
Right.
Can I scream yet?
Yes.
I'll scream.
He's now screaming and clutching his stomach.
What the hell?
I guess I'll start to laughing again.
I go. Ultra bad. and kind of.
Cordar's actually looking around for some sort of something in the room that would have stabbed him. So.
Well, there's a dagger right at Pinwinkle's feet that you saw him stab himself with.
That's my ghost touch dagger.
No, that idiot stabbed himself. What is going on? This room is weird. So weird things are happening.
How far away was that water? That like fancy cleaning water?
It was a fair bit away.
Okay.
Yeah, you basically have to go down a set of stairs, or go down a corridor, go down another set of stairs, and you could take him to that area.
Well, Kangasero, if that weapon is so powerful, see if you can destroy that altar.
Prove your virulence.
I don't want to. I want to stab a vampire with it.
And he
Is
says
that
the
what-
word
what I
Well,
Bella-
there's
wanted
no
to-
vampires
vampire
around at the moment, but the altar is obviously dangerous.
I say,
No, it's not.
"Altar bad."
It give me this weapon.
No, the weapon came from a completely different room.
Oh yes.
Yeah,
A previous room.
Okay. Okay.
with the statue of the goddess of wrath. So,
I don't feel anything about this this altar.
yes, but obviously the altar is bad evil.
Gives you a
If
nice
it just
warm,
made,
tingly
if it
feeling
just
when
made
you look at
Pimlico
the
stab
altar.
himself, we've got to destroy the altar.
Was that Mark?
The Kangasero gets a nice warm, tingly feeling when you look at the altar.
You will hear from Pimlico's altar bad and coughing and splutting. So
Okay, you guys can move on. I will take care of this.
well, Pimlico's down the ground in front of the altar right now. So I just want to point it out. He hasn't got back up yet. He's still a bit shocked by what happened to himself.
I can help you get up.
I look at you and don't want you to touch me at all, right? Okay? I give you.
I can help you. I stead my hand like helpfully.
And he's got the
Come
blade
on,
of the
friend,
ranch
stand
shot
up.
pointing at you when he extends his hands.
No, no! I hear me yell. So I'm frightened of you at the moment, by the way. So.
Come on, I'm not here for you.
Yeah, okay.
You're not too horrible.
You see if that weapon can destroy the shrine, and I'll drag Pimlico out of the way.
I said we go down.
Sure. Let's just step away from this. Let's just step away from this and leave it be. We don't need to mess with the evil things. We just need to.
The whole
get
point of
out.
being down here is to stop evil creatures coming out and killing the town. I'm guessing
Yeah,
that altar might be the source.
that's why I'm here. I am to kill all vampires in this dungeon or something.
And again,
Yeah.
every time
Okay.
he goes to say
But that-
vampire, he says Beleths.
And with
No,
my-
I say vampires. Come on.
And every time you try to say vampires, you say Beleth.
I mean vampires. I correct myself.
You still can't say the word vampire now.
Well, you probably don't recognise you're saying Beleth.
Okay.
You probably think you're saying vampires.
You do.
Then I say creatures.
And you every time you think you're saying that, you still say Beleth.
Yeah.
Let's go get the holy water, bathe Pimwinkle in it, and spritz the rest on Kangasero.
Why?
I give Nexus the best
Holy
thumbs up
water
I can,
kill-
considering my state.
I took a bath this week already.
Yeah, you smell good. Let's go.
Okay, so you head back to that clean room.
Yeah, can Nexa carry
She can-
Pimwinkle?
You can.
Yeah, he's very light.
Yeah.
So you hurry him to that room.
Yeah, and I just dump him in the water
him in the
unceremoniously. I still don't like him very much.
You drop into the water and you feel yourself feel all clean all over.
Does it cleanse out the dirty water from his wound?
Looking at his wound looks absolutely horrific. You can see parts of his intestines and stomach through the cuts.
I'm going to give him a 2. Try and give him a 2-round heal.
Okay, you heal him up. How much do you heal him? 2d8?
Yeah, I think it's 2d8 plus A, maybe.
That sounds about right.
Ooh, that's good. 21 on it. That's the same damage I took.
Okay, so Pimwinkle heals up, but the wound does not close over.
Also, Mark, you might remember just how often Bella doesn't offer his heals up.
I am fully aware of that.
So none of the damage done by your dagger heals.
I was hoping the cleany water would get rid of the dirty water.
And there's no dirty water in there, and he's sort of leaking a little bit from it at the moment.
All I remember, somebody told me to sacrifice myself or somebody else, and I said F off in some way, and all of a sudden I stabbed myself, and then I wiped something off the altar onto my wound.
So everyone but Pimwinkle at this stage can make a religion roll if they wish to.
I don't wish to.
You mean to recognise
Yes,
that
please.
Pimwinkle's continued to
Upset the gods.
taunt his nose at God?
Very much so.
Is my only plus for religion the plus for like?
Wisdom, unless you have the skill religion.
Mark, can you roll
I do
for me,
have the
please?
skill religion. No, I don't. But I'll say +1 for wisdom.
Well, you actually get +3 for religion because you've got the Pathfinder feat.
+3 plus your wisdom modifier, which would
You
be...
got 18, Bella.
On the dice.
Yeah.
And did you say we get +3 to religion as well?
No, it'll probably already counted in yours. It's the fact that you can add your proficiency bonus, i.e.
okay,
your level,
gotcha.
even if you're not trained. So,
All good. What was the roll again, sorry?
18 on the dice.
25.
Balath recognizes it as pretty much the holy symbol of Lemastu, Mother of Monsters.
that he's carved into his belly.
Yeah.
Right.
Belath relays this information and any relevant other information he knows about this crazy old bitch.
She's one of the major gods of the region.
Belath shits himself.
Get in the water.
And
It's okay, he's got
basically the
prestidigitation.
wounds created by a sacrifice to her can never be healed.
We've got to get you a girdle.
Come on, Pickwick. Maybe teach yourself when we get back.
I just go. And this still gets to tell me. If anyone tells me this, I just like go, what the fuck? And I just look at Kangasira going, you started this. As soon as you picked up that razor, you started this.
No, I
Yes,
don't.
yes,
Now,
exactly. This is all Kangasero's fault.
So it's apparently Pimwinkle now has the blessing of Lemastu.
You know what this means, Pimwinkle? Or David, sorry, Mark, I should say?
Oh fuck.
No. What it means is, obviously, the effects or the blessing/doom of Pharasma no longer applies. You can cook again. I'm sure that Lemastu will quite happily accept cooked sacrifices over the sacrificial flame.
Oh, if you wanna cook someone, count me in.
I'm going. If Kangasira is laughing, I want to.
Kangasero is laughing.
It's open story right now.
You've got an open wound up to show parts of your stomach, your intestines, your inner organs. It's not into your stomach, it's showing your stomach.
Get up.
Yep.
Anything
It
popping-
doesn't hurt to get up.
Anything popping out?
No. It's just all visible.
I just walk over to Kangasira.
Can I suggest you put a bandage around that before you move too far?
Okay, I'll get my heal kit out of the bandage.
Yep.
Okay.
That slowly burns away.
Fuck.
Kangasero can help you when we get back.
Kangasira, can you drop that fucking razor right now? That's exactly what I say to you. Is to drop it on the floor right now. It's all started when you picked it up.
No, we didn't.
Why?
I said when we get here, I
There's a
said
big
that
bang
I
when he
was
says, "No, I didn't,"
uncomfortable.
as the room echoes as he bangs it on the floor.
Yes, it did. I wouldn't have gone near that.
No, I didn't. I tried to like protect the blade, like put it on my let me see, on my bandolier or something, like protect it.
Well, you
And I
you
say,
can
no,
hold
no,
it quite
come on,
easily with one
I'm
hand.
not holding it anymore. See?
Can Nexar splash him with water?
Yes, Nexa can splash him with water.
Holy water. Vampire.
Can I make a reflex save?
Sure. Make a reflex save.
The only vampire would do that.
I'm not a vampire. Actually,
You are.
roll a
Louder than
27.
As this is happening, Belath very seriously says, I am not making any jokes. He is undead. The spell, Disrupt Undead, only affects undead, and it hurt him. He is undead and potentially a vampire. Somebody needs to put him down.
I'm not undead. This is the effects on the runes. See, the runes don't like this place.
Look at the
Can
statue.
I roll a
Where
deception
are you
check?
against
Like,
the statue?
try
No,
to
you're in
convince
the room
him
with
that.
Can I see the
Can I roll?
the Rathley of Wrath, isn't it?
That would be through a door up a couple of flights of stairs.
Do you remember what light she went on walk past what she looked like?
I may even have a picture of what she looks like.
I was going to say, you've seen her on at least 3 occasions so far.
Because the reason I'm asking is I've got a hat of disguise and I was going to disguise, like, use it because I've got an illusion spell. And I was going to make sure I look like her and then tell him drop the razor. That's what I was thinking. See if that helps.
Oh, sorry. Okay. I thought Martin was trying to show us something.
No,
Was just best.
book that actually has picture of
Yeah.
what she looks like.
and I'm going to see if I can maybe put.
So, if you can see that picture,
That's her. Okay.
that's what she looks like as a statue.
Because you have seen at least 3 statues of her.
So I want to, as best I can as a halfling, because I think illusion spell 1 doesn't really do light or anything like that. So I want to look like her and just look at Kangasura, but look at like one of her looks that she would have had off the statue, and saying, "Please drop the razor."
Okay.
I am not holding it anymore.
Okay, well, that ruined
This
it.
is your disguise self.
My hat of disguise has a first level illusion disguise spell.
And can that make you look exactly like a person?
Oh, I am just going to confirm 100%.
Because that's the big trick here. If you can't
I'm
look
not
exactly
looking
like
at
them,
height or anything like that. It's purely just the.
still looking like the person is very hard.
Yeah. When you use magical disguises or disguises, you can't look specific.
As another creature of the same body shape, with roughly the
Oh.
weight as yourself. The disguise is good enough to hide your identity, but not impersonate a particular individual.
So yes, you just look like some red-headed chick.
Okay.
That's a half. Telling you to put that stick, that pointy thing down.
Well,
That
and
was
let's
funny.
face it, he mucked up the deception by saying please.
Yeah.
If it was really Goddess of Wrath, no, blame me, please.
I know, but I'm in a bit of a fucked up state right now, so I think I'd understand it. I want to be quite with myself, so. I'll try it, I'm going.
Yep.
And while the illusion might do a certain bit, probably still sees open. I don't really know about a feeling. I think the illusion would cover that bit, so.
Makes you look. No, I'm not saying.
Can I try a deception check to like see if I can convince everybody that I was feeling weird since I get here and not be after I pick the blade?
Well, you can make a deception check if you wish. Yes. I'm not sure
This
many
will
of them are
probably-
going to believe you, but you can try.
Yeah, this is probably real roll poorly because I have a negative charisma, but let's see. Ooh, I will send you a picture.
Natural 20.
Natural 20, but I got a total of 19 upgraded because
So
I have a
19
negative card.
upgraded. What is people's passive wisdom?
Oh,
So
how
that
do I
is 10
take a
plus
picture?
your wisdom.
Oh, definitely.
So, isn't it actually perception?
It could
Like
be,
it's an insight type thing?
yeah, make passive perception then.
That's plus 10, plus 10 is 20.
So on 19, he succeeds in making you believe it's not because of the
So what,
weapon.
10 plus 10 is 20, so.
And he got over.
Somebody-
So he's believable too.
+7 for me.
In which case, critically succeeds with Balath. Balath knows it's got nothing to do with the weapon at all.
But you still think he's a vampire. Yeah.
Well,
Bella would
I
like
bel-
some.
Corner never listens to
modifiers on that
Tegakero
one.
anyway.
let's just keep going and kill all creatures here. I want to slay all vampires in this place.
And again, he comes out with the word Balath in this place.
Hmm.
Well, I just look at Bella, said my dagger's in the other place. I don't want to go near that place right now, so I can't do anything to him.
Come on, guys, let's go.
Okay, yeah.
Is he still holding that Rancer thing?
Yeah.
No, I'm stashed on my bandolier.
On where?
It's
On my bandolier, close to my
Your
chest.
bandolier.
So
Yep.
just so you know, this is the size of the woman is here. The weapon starts down here, and the weapon ends all the way up here.
You can't hide
You're
it.
talking.
Oh,
You're talking your
it's a
pole
arm. All
Yeah.
right. So I stash on my back then.
Okay.
I can like throw away my spear. I throw away. I don't. Oh no. This spear have a rule. Like
Any good healers in the team.
I just stash the ransom in my spear place when I stash it and keep the spear on my hand. See, now I hold the spear. Let's go.
Yep. Okay. So
Would it be
In that
reasonable
case-
to expect that Nexa had some sort of like vessel in his possession that he could fill with water?
Yep.
Yeah, alright. Does that and pockets it without saying anything.
okay. Whilst Cordar is saying to Kankara, "Yep. Okay. Well, lead the way. Back up the stairs. Back down to the room and see if you can bash through that door."
Okay, let's go. I said let's go, but I don't start moving.
Okay.
just put the-
Cordar's pushing you like basically come up behind you. Said, "Yep. Off we go. Come on.
Oh,
Lead the
Okay,
way."
then I go. Okay.
looking down there. What the fuck?
Mhm.
Yeah, the whole time. Because I would do that. I'm going.
Pinwinkle bleeding out still?
Nope, no blood coming out whatsoever. Just occasional body liquids.
Ooh.
So it's like drool coming out every now and then.
Yeah.
But as far as we're concerned, he actually bandaged himself up. We probably
Yeah.
didn't actually, like, I'm assuming it didn't disintegrate that quickly that it was visible.
You could visibly see it start to smoke until it burns away.
Well, in that case, if Cordar paid any attention to him. So,
Let's just get the fuck out. Let's just do this shit and get out here.
One of the things with the blessings of Lames too is you cannot cover it up. Otherwise, you're spitting in the face of the god who gave it to you.
Yeah, I was going to say something but in their head, but I'm not going to say it because I knew that would be real trouble, so I'm not going to say it.
Okay.
Based on my history of good gods. So I'm just looking on. I don't say. Okay, we'll just get through this. And I've got to remember my dagger's up near the altar. I'm not sure if I want to pick it up at the moment or not.
Well, it's covered in holy blood.
or your blood, one of the two.
Okay, so yes, I believe Kangasero leads the way, rather reluctantly pushed along by Korda.
I thought he was keen to go. You want to keep moving?
I try to consolate him quickly. I say like, maybe you can cook again.
I just don't want to be anywhere.
Because you're not talking to Pinwinkle because Pinwinkle's further back. We're pushing ahead. Keep going.
Pinwinkle wants to meet as far away as possible from you at the moment, Kangasero. He's not really happy with you. So,
Okay.
So you went to the room again with the altar, the black marble sitting on top of the stairs.
Mm-hmm.
And you see the door with the sign of Thessalonia, the seven-sided star. Currently not lit up as no one's close to it.
No, that's right then. So, Cordar says to Kangasero, says, well, yeah. Apparently that door's got the runes on it that you seem to be able to open down in the other place. So see if it opens for you.
Okay, I can try.
I'm going to try to pick up the dagger with like a blanket or something. Just put it in my backpack. I want to pick it up.
Okay, as you step forward, you hear a trumpet sound as the door opens to your approach.
What kind of trumpet side like
I do
triumphal.
have trumpets.
Be mine.
Triumphal.
Yeah, as in the da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da.
Because trumpet can do that funny noise like.
There's a trumpet sound as it goes, as it opens up as you get closer.
I'm assuming this is definitely the royal entrance type trumpet sound.
Okay.
So did you like your trumpet
I feel
sound?
Yep, I feel amazing.
Okay, it opens up as you get there, and you feel yourself welcomed.
Come on, guys.
You see a huge room that looks immense, like an immense underground cathedral. Stone doors stand at either side of the main entrance, but beyond this, the walls are carved with strange, spiky runes. In the center of the room is a large pool with a ring of polished human skulls balanced on stone spikes, arranged in a circle around the deeper midsection. At the far end of the room, a pair of stone stairways lead up to a pulpit, of which sits a second pool. This one, a triangular one, filled with churning, bubbling water that almost looks like translucent lava. Yet, while whiffs of what look like heat and steam rise from the orange-coloured liquid, the room itself is deathly cold.
Can I try to recall knowledge nature if I can see if I can remember anything about this place?
Okay, while you're trying to recall about this place, you get a feeling of being at home.
Okay. Then I don't tell anyone.
This feels a bit... the water itself is calling you.
I'm assuming we haven't seen anyone else in the room.
You see no one else in the room.
Can I sit by the water and see what the group does?
Can we see any evidence as to where the trumpet sound came from?
You see no trumpets.
Assuming we all heard it, as opposed to it being in Pancaro's head.
You did all hear it.
Yep. Is there any evidence of trumpeters?
There is no evidence of trumpeters whatsoever.
What do I feel when I go in the room?
You feel peace.
I'm still pissed, but do I feel anything?
You feel peace.
Pissed.
You've made your sacrifice.
Oh man, you owe your sword to 2 gods. God dang.
Well, he's now in with 3 gods actually.
He what?
It's his 3rd god. Yeah. 3rd. There's Pharasma. There's Asmordigan. And now there is Lamastu.
What's the violet one? When I go in the room, like, do I feel anything different in the room as well? Like I know we looked at Kangas. I'm looking at Kangas earlier. He walked in there. He looks like he looks very interested in something as well.
He's sitting by the pool.
Were there any other exits from this room?
No, there are no other exits from this room whatsoever. This seems to be a end room here.
Okay. Cordar will then come in, take a... You said that Kangasero had gone and was near the main pool in the centre?
He's sitting near the main pool in the centre, yes.
Okay. Cordar will basically go around the other side of the pool and take a look at the pool, see if you can see anything in the water.
Okay, give me a perception roll as you look in the water.
18, 25.
Okay, you look as if you see movement in the water. But every time you look closer, it seems to be nothing. But you keep seeing it.
Okay, but like it probably gets water moving. So.
Does Nexar feel like the water seems dirty and needs a clean water addition?
Well, it's got skulls around like decorating it.
It has a skull circle inside the water itself, inside the water section itself.
All right.
But is there any visible difference between the water inside the ring versus outside the ring?
Inside the ring seems to be a deeper blue, and you can almost see runes forming in the shapes of the water in the outside circle.
And when you say I thought I sensed movement, did it appear to be more in the middle, in the ring side of the ring, or outside the ring?
Between,
or just generally?
Between the edge of the circle of water and the ring of
right, yeah. So yeah, when I'm saying ring, I was meaning the ring of skulls in the sense that, yeah. So in the shallower water, there appeared to be movement, but I couldn't see any evidence of what caused the movement.
And the movement appears to be almost like runes.
Right. Okay.
Very much like Kangasero's skin.
Right. Cordar will then keep going up and having a look at the other pool of water.
Okay. This one is a triangular shaped one and appears to be looks like liquid lava.
Okay, so not so watery.
Not so watery, you can't see through it.
Okay. Is there anything else around the triangular wood pit of... Okay.
There is nothing there, and while sitting there, Kangasero hears the voice of Maria in his head.
Come on, girl. You will be here this today.
And he feels Maria land on his shoulder.
Can I feel her touch?
Yes.
Does I see anything when I look?
Yes, you can see the little leashy sitting on your shoulder.
But do I realize that that's impossible, or do I believe that she's actually here?
You just wished for it, remember?
Yeah.
This is what
Remember, you felt powerful enough that you thought you could wish her back into existence.
Yeah. I thought she will be here today, but not so quickly.
Well, you look around, you see that he has.
I
Maria standing on his
start
shoulder.
playing with Maria and like feeling happy and stuff, and see if anyone looks at me and like sees it.
I see that his wish came true. I'm not regret this, I don't know yet. But I'll walk up to the pool.
Mhm.
I'll walk up to the pool.
You can see what seems to be similar runes to a perception roll first to actually notice it.
27.
27, yes, it does almost look like identical runes to Kangasero floating in the outside circle of the pool.
Why did you give Maria back? Asking.
But all the runes appear to be wrath. Only wrath. You touch the water? Okay. You
I wanna
must
pop-
make a will save. And you take 5 points of cold damage by touching the water.
Double that, you want it?
No. You are now. You have now gone berserk. So, who are you most angry at in the party?
You know, everyone's angry at it. I look across the pool.
Well, Kangasero maybe.
You now must attack Kangasero.
Okay.
How do you attack Kangasero?
Punch it.
You run around the pool to punch him, or you try to run across the pool to punch him.
I don't know, because I don't...
No. You're a rogue. You'll sneak around and stab him in the back.
Well, I haven't got an idea.
He's currently screaming out quite loudly. Like imagine someone who just stubs their toe unexpectedly.
Uh-huh.
You did this! You!
Mm-hmm.
So,
And I'll give everyone initiative to see how they handle it.
Okay. Oh damn! My wife just shut out the lights. I can see shit. I am sitting in the dark. Oh fuck! I rolled it badly.
Okay, so what is Kangasero's initiative?
17.
What is Corda's initiative?
9.
What is Pinwinkle's initiative? 19. What is Ballat's initiative?
Oh, feels good to be
Think-
expert.
think-
You can roll badly and still get a 17.
25.
We'll make it 25. What is Nexar's initiative?
22.
22. Okay, so unless Ballat
Actually, correction. Actually, I got 16. Sorry, I miscalculated.
Okay. So, unless Baloth wishes to pipe in at this point, we'll give Nexa first action as you see Pinwickle start frothing at the mouth and yelling at Kangasero and start rushing towards him.
Well,
I'm just not rage, so.
if Pimwinkle's raging, I feel like the barbarian surely should rage
That's
too.
right. Feeling left out.
Okay, so who are you going to attack while in rage?
The crazy man.
Which one's the crazy man? That's hard
Okay,
to tell.
you haven't known the field yet.
Kangasero.
Kangasero is resting at the pool. He's peacefully.
And Kangasero
He's
actually
playing
looks
with
happy at
his
the moment.
lashy. He's playing with the lashy. The
And
crazy
constantly
man
talking about-
running across the road and speak quicker.
Constantly talking about killing Balath and okay.
Wouldn't let me splash him with holy
Enraged.
water, so
So Frenzy's sort of enraged. You are not thinking straight.
yeah.
Leave things up to you.
You cannot cast spells.
But I feel that I might rush across to him. That's where
But that may actually happen, but we'll see how we go. We've got we have Nexa goes into a berserk rage herself and starts towards Kangasero. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay, you
Got
reach
one
Kangasero
action left.
in one action. You've used one action to go berserk, and what do you want to do with your last action?
How close am I to him?
You are right next to him. You could push him into the water.
Or
Can I swig from my bottle of holy water and spit it in his face?
You could even throw your bottle of holy water in his face.
If I want to spit it.
Okay, you can do so. Yes.
is this holy water you brought with you down here? Or is this water from the cleaning pool?
Cleaning place.
The one from the cleaning place.
Right. So quite possibly not so holy water, but hey.
Clean stuff. It's gonna clean up his act.
Okay, so you chug it and spit it at him. Your mouth
What?
has never felt cleaner.
Yeah, fresh as.
Can I try
Fresh.
a reflex save at
Uh,
least?
Well, the thing is, it doesn't actually affect you as it hits you.
I know, but I don't want to get wet.
Sure,
But-
I'll give you a reflex save with disadvantage.
Or a case of Nexa gets an attack roll, which if it gets your AC, it hits you.
It's pretty much
Maybe
mirror
I
effect sort of
can.
thing.
Oh God. Wait. Let me calculate. Well, I got a 14 reflex save.
Just let me.
Maybe I
spit
can like. I was sitting down. Maybe I can do the reflex thing and get to stand myself. I don't know.
Okay, so you turn right into it.
Oh shit.
Wow.
But do I get standing now?
And you feel a
Yeah.
bit cleaner.
Well, you haven't acted yet.
And then it is Pinwinkle's go. The
Okay.
quickest way is across the water.
How big is this pond?
This pond is only about a foot deep.
Like how wide?
Except it got deeper in the middle.
It just looks darker in the middle. It's not deeper.
Oh, okay.
It's because it doesn't have the runes glowing in it. So it's about 15 feet across. Possibly. Give
From a
me
standing
a
start,
athletics.
probably challenge even for Pathfinder heroes.
Because he's standing on the edge of it at the moment, and I believe we add 10 to the DC because it's a standing jump, or is it 5?
Well, I think it's the fact that you can only do it as a single action because you haven't got any movement going up to it. So,
What if I'm enraged? I know that I've got enraged from touching the water. I assume. Would I want to go around the side, or would I go? I just don't know how I would think of it.
You're not thinking straight.
I'll go straight across the water.
Okay. So you jump and splash through the water. Roll 2d6.
Points of damage.
Okay, so you take another 9 points of damage as you're feeling the burn.
Okay.
And you're currently standing in it while fighting. Well, it takes you one action to reach Kangasero.
Still.
You're still standing in the liquid,
I'll punch him.
and then you punch him.
Which I assume would just be a strength-based attack. Or something.
It is a strength-based attack.
14. Okay. 14 damage. 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 14 24.
24.
Does that hit you,
24 is a hit. I thought you like
I'm
hit
amazed
my
I
helm or
don't know
something.
some of my actions right now. Just saying. And I'm assuming on a D4 because I'm only halfling. And a minus 1 strength, so that means a minus 1 damage for that. I do a whole 2 points of damage. I smack you across the cheek.
Roll 2d6.
2d6 do I?
Yeah, it's 2d6 damage you're doing.
What?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
What's that?
Do I minus strength on that?
Yes, you add strength onto that.
That's a minus 1. So,
Well, you add 4 to it instead of minus 1.
really? That's 8 total.
So he does 8 damage to you with his first attack. That's 2 actions.
I'm nice.
Yep, he swings again. It is considered an agile weapon, so it's a minus 4 for the second attack.
Oh, that job was okay. That's good for me. Okay. 23.
Is the 23 a hit on Gengasera?
23
Yeah.
is a hit too.
Okay. 11. He does 11 damage to Gengasera.
Well, I'm badly wounded now.
I believe you have just knocked him down. He's now dying 1.
I'm sitting in the water still. But
Yes, you are sitting in the water still.
I thought he was already dead. We established this.
Well, no. Bella said he was dead. As we've already discussed, you can tell when Bella's lying by the side.
Nah, I don't know. He sounded pretty intense on that one.
Okay.
While I've done what I was angry at, do I feel like gone now, or is it still okay?
Still, you still feel angry. But that's the end of your turn. And it is now Gengasera gets to make a dying roll.
Okay. I roll a DC 10 because I have toughness. And I am dying 1, so it's 9 plus 1 is 10.
Yep.
Oh, saved 14.
So you're now you have now stabilized. But
Yep.
You're on wounded 1. And Korda, you're up.
Okay. I will move forward. So how far away? Because I was actually up at the triangular.
You would be 2 moves away from them.
Okay. I will move forward 2 moves and then hit Pinwinkle with the flat of my sword.
Yep.
12. AC 22.
Yeah, I'm 20.
That's a hit. How much damage do you do?
19 points of non-lethal damage.
He falls unconscious into the pool.
What the
Wait, what?
What's gonna happen?
Okay, so now it is Ballath's turn, who's sitting there. If he's not responding, amused in the background.
Well, Cordar will use the free action as soon as he knocked out Pinwinkle. Says, okay, someone grab him out of the pool before he drowns.
I'll let him do that.
God damn it.
All right, some demigod.
So does Nexa drop his rage, or does Nexa continue? Apparently, Pinwinkle got all the fun.
Yeah, right. Can I ragefully get him out of the pool?
Yes, you can. You can throw him out of the pool onto the ground.
Yeah.
Which
Okay.
potentially has the advantage that if you're already raging, the raging effect of the water might not affect you.
So, out of the amusing thing, just think Avengers and Hulk versus Loki.
Yeah. Puny god.
As Pinwinkle has been removed rather forcefully from the pool.
Yeah.
He's now on dying too.
Yeah.
So,
Well, He was unconscious because it was non-lethal damage from mine to get it down.
Yes, and it wasn't from Nexus.
So the amount of damage he took from the pool itself was actually enough to get him down to lethal damage, is that right?
No, you put him to 0, which knocked him out, and then he took physical damage after being on 0.
Oh, okay, yeah, because non-lethal still puts you on 0 in that effect.
It
Okay,
does,
yep.
yes.
Yep.
It has the same pool of damage.
Yep, happy with that.
Okay, so now it is I believe it is Kangasero's turn again.
But I am unconscious.
Oh yeah, you're unconscious. You're fine. You get to sleep away nicely, as Cordar is gets to go. What does Cordar wish to do, seeing Pimwickle bleeding a little bit?
Cordar will go for patching him up.
Okay.
Has Pimwickle? I don't think Pimwickle's been affected by Cordar's battle medicine as yet.
No one's touched me since last at least 2 sessions.
You've been here down here 3.
I know, but I haven't been.
But has no effect.
Apparently, Pimwickle is immune to your healing.
Well, he is for another 24 hours anyway.
He is, yeah.
For my battle medicine anyway.
So you can try to stabilize him as, I think it's a 2 action to stabilize.
Okay.
And I think the DC...
Okay, the DC for that might only be 10, mightn't it?
I think
Rather
so.
than 15. So. Well, I'll roll the dice and see how close I am anyway. Ooh, 11 on the die. And I've got a +3 for medicine, I think.
Administer first aid.
Oh no, oh, +5, so I'm at 16 for the stabilize. So
its plus that creature's recovery roll is 5 plus the recovery roll, and his recovery roll was 12, so that means the DC was 17.
Oh well, not enough.
Okay. Okay, so that now it is Pimwickle's go. You have to roll a 13 or higher. No pluses. It's a flat check. No, actually, it's a 12 or higher. You have to roll.
I was going to say, it's I didn't think it changed. Did Deadly change your recovery save?
Doomed does, I think.
Oh, he's got doomed. Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought that I didn't think Deadly necessarily.
I believe you still had doomed as a issue with Pharasma.
Especially after now that if you kept someone else. Well, roll the die anyway, see where you're at.
13. Okay, you're now at dying 1.
Cool.
And then it is Nexar's turn. As you can see, Pimwickle sort of gasping beneath you.
Guess I'll step away and chill out.
So that would be a medicine roll where you've got to roll at least a 16 on the dice to stabilize him.
No, I said I'll step away and I'll not be raged anymore.
Oh, okay.
Chill out. Stop being enraged.
Well, you feel like you've done your job for today as you're watching Pimwickle slowly bleed out in front of you.
Well, I can't do much else. I've maybe got a drizzle of cleaning water left. You want me to sprinkle that on you?
You can. Make him a clean bleed out.
I think maybe left a Martin. Would the team know I had a healing potion in their back?
Maybe, maybe not.
I'll leave that for you.
Okay, so it's Cordar up again.
Mm-hmm.
He hasn't died, and he hasn't gotten better.
So, well, I guess I will continue to pack, saying, Balath, get the hell over here and fix him up.
Balef just gives you a thumbs up.
Uh,
He says
so-
let the gods decide.
I got a total of 14. So
Okay, so you fail
Not
to
enough.
actually stabilize him because
Sorry?
the DC is 16 this round,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. So
and Pinwinkle gets to make a death saving throw with a DC of 11. What'd you get? 1. Okay, so you're now undying 3. Okay, so Corda, you're up. This is probably your last, maybe your last chance, or it may go on for a while. Your current DC is, what is it? So it's 18.
No, total of 16 on that one.
Okay, so now it's back to Pinwinkle. Five. Okay, so as you watch, Pinwinkle stops moving and passes away.
The fuck? Well, at least my parents' bed will be just free. Rest in peace.
Not necessarily. He does have wives.
Yeah, but it's like Pinwinkles in particular that I find offensive.
You feel sorry.
Oh.
You wish-
Huh.
Okay, and we'll see what Pinwinkle does as he comes face to face with one of his consequences.
Oh shit. Which gods are gonna be?
Well, you've died in her lair,
Okay, so
or the Goddess of Wrath, one of the
that
two.
is what you see before you.
I do remember this from us.
The goddess Lemastu, mother of monsters, who you have just asked a boon of. Yes, you have, because you made a sacrifice in her name.
How many gods do I owe? I might have to get a whole book out of this.
And you find yourself before her, not far from, dying not far from her shrine.
She's looking at me.
Yep, and you are now before her. The mark on your chest is just as painful as when you stabbed yourself.
What happened? Do I know down the record? Do I know anything for Rachel? Or do I have complete knowledge of what happened?
You have complete knowledge of you going into rage, beating up Kangasero, and then getting knocked out by Cordar, and that's it. Apparently, you died in the meantime.
Oh, can't be own actively with shock. What? Yeah. Just that shocked kind of thing, and I look at her, and what you're showing me, I would be petrified.
And her chest has exactly the same marks you just cut into yourself. In the same spot.
I question mark my dash.
Yes, servant.
Yeah, that's mistress to you.
Slave. Plaything.
Yes. That's all I can say right now. Because it's not the easiest god to look at kind of thing. I'm pretty sure about that.
Not the easiest one to look at, no. So why are you here before me today?
I think I've just died.
Again.
I believe this is the second time.
Yeah. I seem to have bad friends. I think to say to myself out loud.
But you picked a good time to die, right after you made a holy sacrifice in my name.
That is true. I say I don't know what else to say because I'm still in shock by looking at this god. I feel a bit scared at the moment.
So, what would you wish to go back for?
I suppose.
what would you do to go back?
I'll look at her and I believe I would have to spread your good name.
So you would serve 3 gods.
I
That
really
can
don't
go
know how this would
wonderfully.
work. I know I say that out loud. I said, I don't know how I don't know. I don't think there's any sort of situation where it's like we'll book on this how to do this properly. I don't know, and I believe I'm talking to you now. I have spoken to Pharasma. I've spoken to and I explained about it too. I said I don't know where I can help you. I'm already helping the other gods out. I feel that this might conflict each other. That's what my concern is now. I'd love to come back.
So you wish to cause conflict. Boon accepted.
Okay, that's very cool.
Okay, so while you guys are seeing the death of Pinwinkle, the next thing you see is crawling out of Pinwinkle's stomach is Pinwinkle.
Yeah, that's horror scene.
Pretty creepy.
Yeah, extremely creepy because he technically gives birth to himself.
Mm.
Okay. Because when I come out,
Yeah.
when I come out, I came out of myself.
Yeah.
Cordar will go to decapitate the thing that's crawling out of the body of Pinwinkle.
It's very cool.
It looks exactly like Pinwinkle.
And we're down in a temple to Lamassu / Goddess of Wrath. Things that crawl out of the bodies is not good. Sorry, Mark, but that.
No, it's very cool. I didn't know. After I died, I thought, well, how can you come back and serve 3 different gods? It's like, I think my Pinwinkle has run out of options right now.
AC 28.
Yeah, you hit. I'm 20.
Not a critical hit, but you do hit.
Would I have all my armor or stuff on me right now? Or do I
No.
have my body?
Will be on your actual body.
My actual body. So that
Yep.
means, yes, you would have got a critical.
7, 11, 22 damage.
Okay, as you swing the blade down, the blade shatters in many, many pieces.
Mm.
I haven't looked up yet.
And at which point you're falling out of your own chest. And you're beside yourself right now. And everyone sees a naked Pinwinkle almost identical to the dead one.
Can I?
Except for the fact that he has a tail and hand. A hand that's a talon. Talon. Yeah.
Interesting.
More thematical situations. Can my eyes have gone black?
What do you fear?
Okay.
Your eyes could have gone black, yes.
Yes, just more based on
But you still have a tail and hand.
one hand's a talent.
Okay. Oh wait. Maybe I am on mute.
I look up.
Cordar's
Am I
going
on mute or something?
to back away, draw his bow, and try shooting.
Hmm? Have an attack roll.
I'm not stopping you.
Where am I? 2. A total of 11.
Okay, you apparently miss.
Not surprisingly.
I look back at
And the arrow embeds deep into the dead version of Pinwinkle. Right,
Okay.
right between the legs.
I was going to say, did it happen to go into the body, into the prone form of Kangasero?
It
Give it 2 birds with 1 stone.
does.
I will take another shot then at the thing that's emerged.
Yep.
It's going to be +4 this time. AC 19.
Yes, you would have hit, yeah.
Okay, it glances off him into the other body.
Can I raise my hand like a stop single?
And so he sticks his hand up and it bounces off, and you see it slam into the eyes of the dead Pinwinkle, sticking through both eyes in one shot.
Gross.
The left eye just bounces on the floor.
I don't know how I want to do this, but I have a thought. Based on whatever I said, secret was it forbidden or was it just cause trouble? Can I just?
Well, you're already causing trouble.
I walk it. Okay, so between are they in front of the door that we came through? Are they in front of that?
They're in the room with you.
Is the door open toward to the door we came through?
Yeah,
Open.
it's open. Yes.
I'm walking that direction.
Okay.
I don't look back at myself. I just walk in that direction.
There's a squelch as you walk along. You're still covered in goo.
Yeah, I'll just keep walking naked.
Yep.
Walk in that direction.
You walk in that direction rather nakedly.
I'm still in shock of what's happening right now. I assume that I wouldn't be quite with it right now. So I'm just walking past. If Cordo wants to skip.
Well, no, because Cordo's on the other side. Because he's on the other side away from the door. He's back further away from you. So.
And you see him walk out of the room.
I've got some ideas for next session. But yeah, I just walk out, completely butt naked, halfling kind of thing. You probably would notice that I've got a talon in one hand, instead of my hand, and nothing else.
And you still got the tattoo on the other hand.
Yep. And I'm just walking straight out.
And the mark of Pharasma is also on you.
I was going to say, I'm assuming it still had the mark of Lemax 2 on the chest.
Yep. Yep. I did say it looked identical except for the talon.
Yeah.
Come on.
I'm just walking that direction. I'm random walking. I'll let the DM decide.
At which point, Kangasero wakes up, feeling refreshed and fully healed.
Strange.
And Maria just
Where am I?
Maria taps you on the shoulder and saying, "Don't worry, bad man's gone away." As you see next to you that Pinwinkle has an arrow through his eyes and in his genitals.
Is he alive?
No.
Are you dead, man? Okay, I will try.
Apparently, the rest of the party didn't like the way he treated you. You get told.
Who told me?
Maria.
Oh well, seems like my friends turned into enemies. Strange day. Can I try to track where people go or something?
Well, you can see Corda with a bow out pointing towards the door. You can see Balaf just leaning against the wall casually waving. And Nexa sort of looking a bit bewildered.
I just said, what happened?
Corda will go and follow Pinwinkle at a distance at the moment.
Yep.
Just to confirm which way he goes.
I'm completely random. I'm still not...
Basically checking to make certain that he does not appear to be heading back towards Corda's home and town.
Okay, I just catch up with the. I see a Pinwinkle corpse and then we go going. What the hell is happening?
A naked Pinwinkle going, by the way.
That's important to the storyline.
Okay, then I follow through. Looking weird and have fresh. I don't know.
Would go up to the tower where we unfortunately killed Maria.
Mm-hmm.
And just sit there.
Okay.
Just sit there.
You sit in the ashes of Maria.
Sit there and look out, with the crack where the moonlight, sunlight's coming in, or moonlight.
Moonlight.
I'll just be looking out that direction.
At the moment, there's no moon.
There's no moon?
Yeah. The moon's moved.
Okay. I'm just looking out in that direction. I just don't. I might get up there. Depends how far Cordar follows me. I'll just look at what Talon and I wouldn't say anything because I don't know what to do right now because I realise I've stuffed up big time. And I'm just looking I'm just looking out there, just like zombified kind of thing. So.
Cordar's going to be following at a distance. When he goes up the stairs,
Yep.
Cordar's going to close and seal the door with pittons, etc.
Okay, yes, you managed to seal the door quite nicely behind him. Before or after the room with the clean water?
No, basically, you'll be aiming for the door at the bottom of the stairs.
Okay. Yep, you do that one.
Okay.
And it might take me, because I don't know how this would work, but it might take me 2-3 hours before I say, what the fuck?
Yes, it would have been quite interesting crawling out of your own body too.
Well, and your Talon, and Cordar always trying to slice me in half, and look at my dead body with arrows out of it. I really feel that
You're a bit mentally messed with right now.
I don't feel like I want to live right now. Like, my own mental thoughts are like that. People could be going, what have I done? This is just going to be a joke. So,
Yeah.
So,
The gods have a plan for you. Apparently, all the gods have a plan for
we'll
you.
talk about it for next session, but I'm just going to sit up there for hours on end. Whatever Cordar wants to do the door, I'm not going to stop him because it's like I'm just looking out, just blank look, and every so often look at my body and go.
Yeah.
Whole lot, and
Yeah, your body's showing the wear of ages. So, while Pinwinkle is busy, what does everyone else wish to do?
After sealing him into the room, sealing the door as best as possible, Cordar will be aiming to return to the room at the big pool.
Yep.
And see what parts of his sword he might recover.
Okay, some of it fell into the pool, but you can recover about 75% of your sword.
Mm-hmm. The one aspect that will be curious is to whether or not he can recover the striking wound, and or the potency wound. I don't know. I don't know if they actually form part of. They appear on part of the sword when you can remove them with your stone and things like the runestone and things like that. But okay, basically, we'll be particularly looking around for those pieces.
You gather up all the pieces of the sword, and you don't find any runes etched on any of the pieces of the sword.
Okay.
But it's up to you whether you remember that Pinnacle had a striking dagger at one time. Just to let you know. It's still stood in his backpack right next to his old dead body.
Well, that's right. He won't necessarily remember the fact he had a striking dagger. What he does remember, though, is the fact that there were the 3 long swords that each have runes on them. That hey.
You take one of those to at least give yourself a weapon.
Oh no! Okay, he won't be touching. He won't need to use those yet. He's got a silver +1 silver warhammer still. So
that might have been more useful, maybe.
Well,
So
I was tossing up as to whether or not to use it as instead of the bow, but I figured, hey, I'm less concerned about arrows breaking.
That's true. Okay, so do you gather up the fallen friend?
I'll leave you on that one, because...
How about Pinwinkle then?
You might want to grab the stuff off Pinwinkle, but I'm just going to put that there.
Yeah, no. Cordar certainly grabs the body and grabs the equipment, bits and pieces. And then looks at Kangaseo and says, so, what's up with you now?
I am calm.
And?
Pinwinkle attacked me. I was sitting. What the hell do you want?
Yep. So are you still out to kill Balath?
I don't say I wanna kill Belef. I say I wanna kill
You keep,
vampires.
you've been
Then I say
repeating it over and over and over until
no.
Pinwink will knock you out.
I say vampires, not
You
Belef.
said Beleth. You became vampire or Beleth now?
Every time he says the word
I'm saying
vampire, he
vampires
currently
now.
says Beleth.
I know what I know
Okay,
what.
drop all your weapons.
I am acting like
If
I am
you're
saying
gonna- if you're gonna
vampires,
package
even though
members
I
of
am
the
saying
party,
Belef.
He thinks
No.
he thinks
Stand
he's saying
down or
vampires.
be put down.
No, I wanna kill
Put it down.
vampires.
Put it down.
Put it down what?
Everything.
Okay, I throw my spear out and I raise my hands, but I don't throw
Everything?
the ransom.
Drop everything.
What do you mean everything? What do you want? You wanna attack me
Absolutely
again?
everything you are carrying, put it on the flat ground.
I don't trust you right now
Take your
because
shirt off. Put it on the ground.
Get naked as
As
Pimwinkle.
Pimwinkle did, except don't crawl out of your own stomach.
I don't trust you guys today. You guys are weird. I say I just wanna go home.
Maria taps you on the shoulder and says, "You can trust him."
Get out of here then. And
Okay.
get out of Sandpoint. This is my home. I never want to see you again.
Maria says you can trust him.
Go on.
Okay.
If you're not gonna stand down completely, get out of here.
I will be outside of the town
Maria
when you
says
guys.
No,
that-
no, don't stop. Don't stop.
Okay,
Keep
I will
moving.
be on the woods. I will
No,
be on
don't
the
stop.
woods. You guys gonna just go out
I
and,
hate
and
Beleth
be on
too,
the...
but if you're gonna kill him, no, not welcome here.
I am not killing Belaf. I am killing vampires.
And it come out.
Man,
he's-
you
he's
just
not
say
killing
again, I'm killing
vampires, he's
Beleth.
killing Beleth. Every time he tries to say the word Beleth, he says vampires. Every time he tries to say the word vampires,
Yeah,
he
but
says Beleth.
I did you not realize that this is strange that I am saying like I am not gonna kill Belaf, but I'm gonna kill Belaf.
No, but Martin just said, when you say Beleth, you say vampires. When you say vampires, you say Beleth. So what you said to what we heard was, I'm not going to kill vampires, I'm going to kill Beleth.
Yes.
Shit.
And you've got Maria on your shoulder saying you should stand down.
Okay, then I stand down. I trust Maria.
So have you dropped everything? Have you taken your shirt off?
Yep. I'm basically naked all the time, but okay. I
He
take my
strips the
rags
rest
off.
of it off.
A lot of nudity in this session.
Alright. It's not bad to die in there,
every time I use like crit wounds, I take a piece of my clothes off and use as bandage. So
That's his favorite bandage, his own clothing.
okay, I stand down and I drop the ransom and everything. Oh, 14.
He still has the red rune on his forehead.
Okay.
I don't realize that I am speaking the words wrong, right?
No,
No, you don't know
realize, you don't realize you're interchanging the words. No.
All right.
And we don't know that you don't mean it.
And
So-
as far as you're concerned, you are, every time you say vampire, you're saying vampire, but they hear Beleth. Every time you say, every time you try to say Beleth, you say vampire, but you believe you've said Beleth.
I stripped naked and just said, "Are you satisfied? Let's just go out of here. I don't like this place."
Well, it would appear to be clear of all the monsters. Okay.
Gracie's asleep, but one.
So we succeeded. We take the loot and we go out. That's what Pathfinders do, right? We get stronger.
Nexa,
Yo.
do you want to grab his stuff? And we'll head out.
Grab Kangaskero.
By his stuff,
Yeah.
you mean
I'm scared
what?
to touch that ransom, dude.
Okay. Well, the
We leave the
Rancer,
ransom here, I reckon.
it's a good weapon.
Look, I convince everybody that the weapon has nothing to do with this, and I just want that weapon to like kill vampires. Shit.
Kill
Says
Bella.
Baloth again.
Right.
Next, we can pick up the Rancer.
No, I don't want to touch the rancer or carry anything else that are not touching the rancer.
Okay. Cordar's happy to pick up the Rancer.
As you go to touch the rancer, you feel the same vibration you felt from the door.
Look, the thing doesn't vibrate in my hands. Look, I touch the ransom and say,
Okay.
Harmless,
Both of
you-
you go to the Rancer. Yep. Yep. We'll leave it and keep take everything else and move out.
Wait.
I don't know what you
At
did to that.
least
I don't know
have-
what you did to that weapon, Nick Kangaskero, but it certainly wasn't doing that when I grabbed it earlier.
It was not. So, do you leave it behind, Kangasero?
no, I take it. I take it, but I don't take it and
What the
and
hell are
bring
you
it.
doing? Get out of here! Leave everything.
I am not leaving everything. I need weapons.
Okay.
We'll
You
give
might.
you.
Okay. If you want a weapon, I'll give you a weapon. Get out of here now. The Rancer
Okay,
stays.
I
leave.
pick the ransom and go.
No, the Rancer stays. Drop it or die.
What do you mean? I need these weapons.
No, you don't. You've never used a civilized weapon like that before in your life. Why the hell are you using it now?
You still got your
Because I
standard
feel its power for against my enemies.
So you like civilization now?
He says he
No,
feels
I
as
like-
powerful
I like
against
this
Baloth.
weapon.
So yeah. So you like the power of civilization?
No, I like the power against my enemies.
And again, he says Baloth instead of enemies.
Put it down, or we're putting you down.
Okay. Can I like to memorize where the thing is
Yep.
when I left?
You put it
Okay.
down. It sort of sinks partly into the stone as you just stab it into the ground.
Aww. Okay
You
then.
could easily pull it out again.
Oh, nice. I say, see, that's gone.
What I see is you still standing there.
Okay, I keep going, but I try to memorize where the thing is.
It's easy to remember. The pool with the big glowing water. And
Alright.
where Pinwinkle managed to get 2 arrows into him.
You can, whatever you can leave the body here, whatever you want to do.
They've taken
No. Cordar grabbed all the body and all the bits and pieces that Pinwinkle had. So, which is why I was asking Nexa to grab.
Can I have my old equipment back?
No.
Please.
Get out of here.
Apparently he
It's
wants you
with
to
Nexa,
run
right?
naked. Maria says he wants you to run naked in front of him to show your worthiness.
Are you trying to trick me, Martin? What the hell?
Maria's been very helpful to you today.
Very good.
Okay. Okay, then I do what Kodar says, but I'm not very happy doing it.
But you got Maria.
Well, that's
back.
all right. Cordar's not very happy. So what did you say you're doing?
I didn't did anything. What?
What did you say you're doing? What's your physical action right now?
Look, the crazy halfling attacked me. The crazy mage burned my familiar. I didn't did anything. What the fuck?
Well, right now, the crazy fighter is going to kill you, hit you very, very hard if you don't get out of here immediately.
I want my stuff back. I mean it. I will go out, but I keep repeating myself. Like I want my stuff back.
He's heading out though.
Well, okay, Cordar's following maybe 20, 30 feet behind
Mm-hmm.
with Pinwinkle and Pinwinkle stuff. Nexa is presumably tagging along with
Everything. but the-
Kangasero stuff, except the Ranxer. Yeah, not the Ranxer.
So remember, you have Pinwinkle Mark II on you. Pinwinkle Mark III is currently debating life.
You're just hanging out in the dungeon.
Well, Pinwinkle might be turning into an NPC. I got a feeling. Or whatever that. Because I think.
Hey guys, give me a sec. My wife is wanting to tell me something.
He's locked in a room by himself with no way to get out, right?
Give me a second, alright?
Yep, all
Alright.
good.
I was going to talk to Martin off session boys about this one, but because I think Pinwinkle is a bit crazy now since it's ready. So
There's a lot of things that can make him a bit crazy.
I think.
Well, that's right. Cordar doesn't believe it's Pinwinkle.
Pinwinkle doesn't believe he's Pinwinkle now, so I don't think it's any different than Pinwinkle now. But
The only reason Cordar didn't actually try and kill you more is because, hey, he doesn't want to break more weapons yet.
He broke his sword.
if I went back to dead and to another god, just don't worry about it. I wouldn't be saying that right up there. I was very tempted that time to say like that. Because I thought,
I know, it was funny. I can see it on your face.
it's like, really? What more can go wrong with this poor halfling? So,
Now he's compelled to sow chaos wherever he goes.
that's why I thought NPC would be perfect for this one. Perfect timing too. So I saw the time go, yeah, I can let None have some fun with this now. Yeah.
Okay, so yes, you do make it to the surface to Cordar's family.
Yep. And the Cordar keeps telling Kangasero not to stop, keep moving. He's not staying in the house. But we'll tell to the Nexa that, yep, give him his gear
Oh, yeah.
outside the front door.
Yeah.
With everything that's happened, I think
Everything you
that
own is box to the left. Beyonce style.
Wow, this has gone really bad for me this session, hasn't it? Wow, I didn't expect to go this direction. I've been very good the whole session too, I thought.
you were. You just kept going into some of the areas. You're the only one who approached the altar in the first place, which is why you were drawn back to it.
Well, no.
But
Okay.
I was kind of, because I was worried about what Kangasera's doing because of Bellath, and it was like, of course I'm going, hang on, I'm not doing it on purpose either. The whole time. And it was like,
Well, no.
Okay,
The-
guys, I got back. I didn't hear anything.
The real problem, of course, for you, Mark, was the fact that everything would have been fine for you if, A, either of us had been able to get over the number required to actually stabilise you, or B, David hadn't have lost contact and so therefore would have healed you. And you wouldn't have needed the death saves.
That's fine, but I have a feeling, this is my view on this whole thing. I think we should leave Pinnacle as an NPC who's in a mad state right now, in this place.
He is a bit messed up, and as an NPC, it could go wrong for the party because he.
Hey,
is the-
hey, hey,
he
hey,
is
I am
the
here.
tentacle vote.
Yeah, we know.
What happened? I didn't hear anything
So
when
you
I go out.
basically went out of Cordar's house and were given your gear, and
Told to keep moving.
I think guys got a lot to think about.
Okay.
And
I
so-
don't know any other entrance to this place, right?
No, you don't, but you do have with you a Maria who seems to know how to get back in there.
But we have
Nice.
dead Pinwinkle's body,
Yeah.
a locked Pinwinkle, yeah, like, so Pinwinkle 2 dead, Pinwinkle 3 locked in a
What?
tower.
But I don't believe you guys treated. Is the session over?
Not yet.
Oh, okay then. Sorry,
So,
I was about to like comment and stuff.
Cordar will aim to leave Pinwinkle's body down in the basement area. He's not obviously bring it back up into the house.
he's not going to take it to the Church of Asmordigan, just taking over
Uh,
the Sandpoint Cathedral.
I have a question. Belaf and I was sleeping at the inn, right?
Yep, you can go back to that inn.
Will Belaf go back with me with the inn?
He'll walk you there, but he wasn't staying there.
Well, I was going to say, I don't know that he'd necessarily walk with you at the moment, since every second word from you to say is, I'm going to kill Balath.
Oh, that's true. So Bella probably would not.
Ah.
Is this the same city that next up that house that was bequeathed to him?
No, this is Kordar's home city.
Cordar's
Oh,
home city.
Yeah.
So that was the one that where I defiled.
Yeah.
everything. In my previous dead body now, so I think you feel a little bit happier.
Yeah, you're a virgin again.
I'm
Since I am alone at the street, since Belaf keep with the other guys,
Yep.
can I try to track where is the crack opening at the city? Like, where's that way?
You probably can, but we'll do that next session. So I'm thinking this might be a good point to stop for tonight.
Fair enough.
Yep.
All right.
Because I don't know whether I want to keep Pinwinkle as a character who's going to be hated by the rest of the party, or we make him an NPC, or something like that. I'm just having some thoughts about it at the moment because he's pretty messed up kind of person right now. Pretty messed up.
What I wanna do is I wanna get there and save it quicker, and get my ransom back. And you will laugh with it. What? Okay.
Pinwinkle might. I don't know
Pinwinkle wants
if
to be
you really want to see
rescued.
Pinwinkle again, really. I don't think you really do. He's very
Look.
Well, no,
I will.
I think it's perfectly fine for Kangasero to get Pinwinkle, and they'll both be NPCs. Because
I
let's
wanna
face it, it's
save
not like
Pinwinkle.
Kangasero's a playable mind at the moment.
Look. I would say that Kagasero would save Pickwick. Kagasero liked Pickwick a lot, alright? And the group are being mean with both of us
But
for no reason.
But Kangasero has no knowledge of what happened to Pinwinkle.
No, you don't. You didn't know what happened to me, how I came out of my own body. Anything. You don't. No one told you this yet.
Well, he didn't
Yeah,
actually see
but
the body.
I saw
it
He
in the
saw
naked
you
eye.
leave,
You
He saw you leave.
walking away.
and he saw Kordar follow, and a while later, Kordar came back.
I saw you guys locking him
No, I
over
didn't.
there.
No.
That was quite a few rooms away.
That was a long way away from where you were.
Yeah, but maybe when I go get the ransom, I can find Pickwick and save him.
You might well find the room and pull out the pittance and pull it out. Yes, but you don't actually know what happened to Pinwinkle at this stage.
He can tell me.
Sorry?
Corda doesn't tell anyone.
That's right. Kordar has not discussed it in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah, but what actually happened is kind of he got separated from his body, something like that.
No one's talking about it. So
Well, who are you asking?
who are you going to ask?
Everybody.
Well,
We finished
Kordar's
the game
really not
already.
talking to you, and you've not stayed in the house long enough to talk to anybody else,
And that was
because
part
you were 30 feet in front of the party, saying, "Keep going, keep going,
Yeah,
keep
but
going."
what-
and
what
that
the-
was
what the
partly
hell-
where, me cutting in here. That was partly me as a GM saying we'll stop the session there and pick up next session with what happens afterwards, because a lot of stuff has happened in this session,
Oh yeah, I think.
Yep.
and it might help having David on board next session to pick up the pieces.
I think so
Yep.
too. And I
Yeah.
And he's trying to get a head around the whole thing too, I believe. So I'm still trying to get around the head of like, I did nothing wrong in that session, yet I died. That's like I'm trying to get into my head and like, huh?
You can. Do
I also
everything
did
right and still
anything
die.
in this session. I got traumatized, but okay. my character had anything versus Belaf, and now I want to kill him. I really want to kill him. I really want to kill him. There's no voice in my head now wanting me to kill him. I already want to kill him.
I know.
But I want to kill him with the ransom because the ransom makes me strong.
Honestly, I wanted you to get killed as well, but it didn't work out. But it's like I'm just sitting there, I'm just playing the character, and yeah, and it's the wrong way. That's all. So it's like I stabbed myself, cut myself a symbol in my body, and then all of a sudden.
If I can't get the ransom, maybe I change my mind and don't kill him. But if I can get the ransom, I will try to get it.
So on that thought, we'll leave
And if
that.
I get it, I will try to kill Belaf with
So
it.
we'll leave that for next session. If you want to talk afterwards, we can. I'll just put it onto the end credits for now. Give you a chance to give yourself about a minute or two to recover from what happened,
Yeah.
and then we can chat afterwards.
I'll go mute.